and no more. What? It's how it is now. Ronnie Lott was revered. Kenny Easley was great. Jack Tatum, the assassin. No longer. Now we know what it's doing to players. Some call it wussified. Some call it watered down. Bottom line is, it is what it is, and you can't do what you did back then. There are rules, and if you violate said rules multiple times, 14, then you will finally, 14 times later, be severely punished. Yes, you are more severely punished than a guy who hit his girlfriend. 14 times later, you are finally punished, and Vontaze Burfict will sit out the rest of the season. Good morning and happy October. What else is no more? September and Vontaze Burfict. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ, Buck, Goldenhoser. Jason's producing on the ProView side of the visual medium. It's hot in here. It's never hot in here. Is it hot in here today?
Feels a little warm today.
It's hot in here today. Huh.
Plus you're wearing a little extra clothing there.
Yeah, but it's warm. Not as warm as it is for Vontaze Burfict. The NFL yesterday said no more, you're done for the season, and gave him a very strongly worded letter, which he will appeal. Good for him. Will the NFLPA take on that appeal? Will they back him up? Or are they there to represent the entirety of the league, the guys who he is headhunting, the guys who they are trying to protect? See, here's the deal. There's no remorse. This is how I play the game. I just had a conversation down the hall. It's how it was. It's how it is. I don't like the wussified NFL. They don't watch it. But that's the league. That's the rules. The NFL did the right thing. 14 times later, you don't get it. And did you see that hit, by the way? I don't know any other definition of launching and making your body a missile and leading with your head and going to another man's head. Did you see that hit? In my opinion, they did the right thing. They did all they could do. What do you think?
At some point in time, your transgression's going to catch up with you. That's Vontaze Burfict. And when you hear former players, guys that played in the league when it was a little tougher, when things were a little laxed when it comes to the high hits and headhunting in the game, they'll tell you that they're done with this guy. And players know what they sign up for.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all the talk of the concussions and what's gone on, it's a hard sport. But you also don't sign up for crown of the helmet into your face mask all the time, knowingly and willingly, and that's what Vontaze Burfict does.
You can't play with different rules. You can't have some guys going over the middle, and while they know they're going to get hit, they don't expect to get drilled by the head to the head by a missile of a man, because those are the rules, and most guys are playing on it by those rules, but that guy's not. You can't play like that. And is it wussified? I don't know. Is it wussified to protect a man from brain damage? I don't know. You tell me. Call it what you want.
And you look up most of his hits, it's hard to say, oh, that's just a football play. You know, Jack Doyle going down on the ground, and you spear him. Oh, it's just a football play.
It's not a football play.
No, Vontaze knows what's up, and he was leaving the field blowing kisses and smiling at everybody, because when he gets on that field, that's the way he plays, and you can't do that.
Yep, you just can't. And that's what they've done, and that's where they are. All right, lots to do. Happy whatever day is it? Was it Tuesday?
It is.
We got a lot to do today, Hoser. Probably got some tickets to give away to something.
We do.
What do you got?
The
4
Arts
tickets?
and Crafts. Yes.
4
once
tickets.
again.
Rio Grande Arts and Crafts Festival, which goes on. It goes on all week? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's this weekend and also next weekend.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's 2 weekends. So we'll have 4 tickets to give away. We'll do that in the 8 o'clock hour today. Coming up at 7:45 this morning, more or less, Brett Brennan will be with us. He is the head football coach at San Jose State University. San Jose State will host New Mexico Friday night on national television up in California. The Spartans are coming off a loss at Air Force. The week prior, they went down into SEC country and beat Arkansas in Arkansas. And Brett Brennan will be with us. That's at 7:45. 8 o'clock, Doug Martin is scheduled to be with us. He's the head football coach at New Mexico State University. Aggies coming off a home loss 30-17 against Fresno State. Next up, the Liberty Flames, who just beat the Lobos, will be in Las Cruces. That is Saturday. So we'll talk to Doug Martin coming up at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock this morning, Clint Overby will be with us. He's in town. He is the vice president of ESPN Events, which owns, amongst other bowls, the New Mexico Bowl. The New Mexico Bowl scheduled to announce a new title sponsor today. We're going to talk with Clint about the bowl world ESPN Events owns 16 bowl games. They own a lot of multi-team basketball events, JJ, that the Lobos play in, the Wooden Legacy and the Puerto Rico and the Charleston Classic and Myrtle Beach and a lot of those. So we could talk about those as well and how the Lobos fit into that. So that's our guest list for you today. You guys all right with that?
Sounds good to me.
Roll out the red carpet. That's why I dressed up today. We got all these guests.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got all these guests. We're on the visual medium, ProView Networks, channel 20, what is it, 6?
That is correct.
I don't know why. Okay, I got to put that on the board. Throughout Comcast around the state. Also, you can find them on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter with ProView Networks platforms, as well as the OD and the AM on the Facebook. That's our Facebook page. All right, so you're in on Burfict, right? You think I'm right?
Yeah, I just don't see there's a lot of pushback on it. There's so many instances. This isn't strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Like you're
strike 14.
Double digits with Burfict. And at some point in time, you got to be held accountable at a higher level when you talk about cleaning up the game. I know this past week we were talking about suspending a player and kicking him out of a game and taking a game check. Well, no, this is the ultimate one for the NFL to hand down a rest of the season suspension.
What if Jack Doyle would have got concussed to the point where he lost his season or permanent damage, and Vontaze Burfict on a blatantly illegal hit 13 times, now 14, was still out there? Would his family have recourse legally? Wouldn't you imagine they would against the NFL?
I don't know. That's the one area where I have found it hard to judge things, because you can have an elite hit, illegal hit, a late hit, and a guy not get hurt.
That's right.
And something that's close and the guy gets really hurt. So should you be punished more for an awkward angle or a weird landing?
Would you say it's, I mean, I don't know that this is debatable. I think it's more likely that you would get hurt on a hit like that.
Hockey a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. And
that guy was hurt.
It was a clean hit.
Should he be suspended as just as long?
Yeah. I would tell you, I think that there's a better chance of a guy getting hurt on a dirty hit than a clean hit. Now, there's a chance he gets hurt on a clean hit too. But a hit like that, head-to-head, launch body, guy being held up by another guy, that's exactly what they're trying to eliminate. So,
but when it gets into legal recourse, I know what's the line. It is a dirty hit. He's hurt, so
yeah,
we're gonna do something. Or that was a clean hit, but when you look back on it, it was dirty. So now I want to take action.
All right. I want your thoughts at 246-0610. Broncos need to call Newmail because they have no Chubb. He's out rest of the season. That's a huge loss. That's what they call it. Knee injury. It didn't look that bad, did it?
On to 2020.
I guess at 0-4, you're like, yeah, whatever.
You're on to 2020.
Yeah, you don't seem too concerned about it. A
lot of people have been talking about Shaquille Barrett. But the Broncos wish they still had Shaquille Barrett. He wouldn't have gotten on the field. Like, you can't expect a dude to lose a season. He still would have been getting the snaps he wanted behind Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. He's moved on, and he's having a fantastic season so far at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's hard to say a guy that's playing at that level, 4 games in, that arguably would be the defensive player of the year in the NFL, couldn't get on the field. But to your point, he was struggling getting on the field when he was there. Mm-hmm. He was the extra guy. That's a guy that was not highly drafted out of Colorado State after being the most valuable player of the New Mexico Bowl in his last college game, by the way. And now he's become a stud. Yeah, it's easy to look back and say, yeah, you should have. Did you have any idea this guy was going to get hurt? Probably not. Probably not. And at 0-4, here's where you are. And gigantic loss. I mean, just a gigantic loss. Quote, it's a huge loss. He's one of our better players, obviously. He's a tempo setter, a great person, and a great leader, Nick Fandangio. How's he doing, by the way?
Probably wish he was still defensive coordinator in Chicago.
You think? Although he had weapons here, but now, wow. All right, baseball playoffs are getting underway today. We're going to get into that. We're going to go into, although not all that much, that game last night. Do we get a better one next week? We don't, do we? Do we get Browns and 49ers? I guess that's
Browns,
better.
49ers,
that's
yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
San Francisco's team that could be 15-0, and you'd still be like, yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Well,
that's the way you are with the 49ers. Of course, Jimmy Garoppolo, just 3 games in. You can't crown him yet We understand that.
San Francisco's the only team that I want the Browns to go in and beat.
Should be a much better game. But I credit the Steelers, Tomlin, the offensive coaching staff, because they put their quarterback in a position to succeed. It was a lot of short passes, getting the run game going, using the Wildcat, getting to the edge. Everything we saw, we found a way to win a football game. You credit that staff last night, and the same thing we've seen out of the New Orleans Saints for 2 games. As much as when I talk up Teddy Bridgewater, they're game planning the heck out of that offense to be successful in the moment. And we saw that with Mason Rudolph last night in Pittsburgh.
All right, we'll get into that when we come back. Baseball as well at 7:45. Brett Brennan, the head football coach at San Jose State, will be with us. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Jason on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Racanelli, they haven't gone back to more. Racanelli's still in there. Throwing on the post pattern. Cut! Down. What a catch at the 25-yard line. That's just a great catch by number 1, Drake Owen.
Single running back, and West does get the ball, and he has wide open lane. Let's see if he can make it. He punches it in. Did he get it? Yes! Touchdown, Ben West. Franco hands the ball off. Nice hole for a nice run. He breaks one, breaks two. Touchdown!
Second down. Smith. Plenty of time. A little pump fake. Fires in. He's going for Connor O'Toole to the end zone.
Fowler the play fake, throws it out to Colson on the screen. Colson breaks a tackle. 20, you might be going to the house. Touchdown Mustangs.
Third down and 16. Redford gonna throw it, throws it out. The receiver slipped. The ball is picked, and back to the north side we go. And this could go all the way back for a touchdown and into the end zone.
Set far side for Bell. She couldn't put it away. Sharp over the block. Salas. Ray. Hit over by Cheshire. Sharp again through the block. They're going to set Bell on the far side. Gonzalez Sanchez digs it out. Jones will push it to Sharp. That's been her spot, but they're scrambling and still alive. Now it's going to come over. Salas gets it there. Jones. Gonzalez Sanchez. Sharp will have another swing. Just barely able to get it back over. Great defense for Pius. They'll try Wallace on the other side. Yes!
Play fake. Throws. Oh, what a catch by Reggie Colson. Boy, he got whacked and still came down with it.
Handoff goes right side. Breaking some tackles and more. Off to the races. Still on his feet into the end zone. What a...
Middle of the field. One of the most impressive things you will ever see.
Here's a quick slant, and look at the speed by Altier. Can anybody catch him? A foot race. Altier. What an answer.
power, frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Thursday, whoa!
The Elevator Road.
We got a good Thursday matchup. Rams and I think it is. I mean, but should be better than the Rams and Bucks, right?
Yes, that's a good matchup.
Rams Seahawks. I already got my buddies. 49er people are out of control. How's that thing supposed to go like that?
They're living good or what?
Just sending. They need to stop. The Browns need to beat them.
Oh, let them enjoy it.
No, stop it.
At least for one more week.
Stop it. The Browns enjoy themselves. That's what we need. 2460610 888-922-0610. Baseball tonight. Wild card game. Nationals and Brewers. Who you like?
I like the Nationals tonight.
Everybody does.
I'm going with the beer makers.
Are you? Scherzer at home's tough to beat, isn't it?
Yeah, and can Milwaukee last long enough, get a good outing out of Brandon Woodruff to get to the bullpen in a plus situation, because that's the strength of their team, just as it's been the last couple of seasons. Make it a bullpen game, finish it off with Hader at the end. But even the Nationals, I like the lineup with Anthony Rendon, Trey Turner up top, Adam Eaton when he's been healthy. Juan Soto's nice at the back end. But Milwaukee, you have to factor in momentum. The run they were on,
it's unbelievable.
That carries over because we've seen that before.
It does. It does. And ever since Christian Yelich went out, they've been terrific. That you lose your best player and you figure, all right, well, it was a nice little run. Oh, no, wait, the run gets nicer and not so little. And here they are. I like the Nationals tonight too, but I kind of really like the Brewers story.
Yeah, I think it's the ultimate hedge. The runs that we see in baseball, given the fact that this wasn't a delay, they didn't have to sit out a week for the playoffs to start. This is something they can carry over. Like coming off the weekend, They struggled a little bit in Colorado, but I think that's enough that Milwaukee will be fine and still be able to go back to everything that got them there. Ryan Braun playing at a high level, Craig Counsell maneuvering an offense that it's going to be a lot of guys that you really haven't heard of in this lineup. We've been playing very well with what he's put out there.
All right, let's go to the horn. 2460610 888-922-0610. Good morning, Edward.
Well, the Crusher had to get in early today because I have to go and make some key decisions as an income generator. So, first and foremost, Jeff, congratulations on the naming of a title sponsor today, yet to be determined or unleashed.
Thank you.
Your success continues to grow, and I'm vastly proud of you and everything you've done for the community, and so well done, very well done. I know that you had intentions of maybe going into my title sponsorship, Cholos with Polos at
How do you know
Night
it's
Club.
not? How do you know it's not? I'm curious. What do you have inside information or what?
I have people. I have minions through the city feeding me information. But, one good thing about Cholos with Polos, the new nightclub with $5 cover on Fridays and Saturdays, spitting your gum in the urinal is not only accepted, it's an expectation.
Yeah, it's expected.
Spitting your gum in the urinal, an epidemic in this city.
Is that a big issue?
I don't know. Could be.
I wondered why. Yeah, I wondered that too.
You wonder that, but let's move forward. But congratulations, in all sincerity. I'm so proud of you and the community. So very well done. I've been saying for at least 2 to 3 years now that Vontaze Burfict should never play another NFL game. It is egregious what he's done, not 1 or 2 times, but multiple times. Your friend in the hallway, I think one of the worst takes for sports fans is the wussification of the NFL.
I agree.
I looked at Vontaze Burfict, 6'1", 248 pounds, an elite athlete. He wouldn't be in the NFL if he wasn't an elite athlete. I would tell your friend, line Vontaze Burfict up 10 yards away from his favorite player of all time, probably his top 10 favorite players of all time. Let him take a running start and launch at his favorite player of all time with his helmet, and tell me if he thinks the NFL has been wussified. I want you to ask your friend that. He could have ended that guy's career. And JJ's right. There's risk on every play in the NFL, right? The New England Patriots player this week got engaged and hit the quarterback. Whether he launched at him, whether he led with his shoulder, who knows? That's up for deliberation. But that was a dangerous play on both sides, both with the quarterback leaning in with his head as a runner and being hit by a guy that, was coming at him full force. So there's risk in every play, but Vontaze Burfict has crossed that line several times, and he should never play another down in the NFL. So that's those are my thoughts. I've been sharing with you for a few years now. Now, Jeff, a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I'm a Rams fan since the Vince Ferragamo days. How did they give up 55 points to Jameis Winston at home?
Yeah, that's a tough one to figure out.
It's a complete debacle.
Well, and Dominican Sue had one of those touchdowns.
Well, no, you're right. And they'll get things solved. They have a great young coach and talent all over the place. But, boy, you just got to wonder, that was a huge loss for home field advantage ramifications down the road.
Yeah, but it was a loss that showed a lot of deficiencies, and I'm not even sure. I think the Rams' offense is as great as they put up 40 points because they had a throw all day, and Goff threw for over 500 yards. Goff wasn't good. Goff was actually really not good, and
sure.
And you worry about that defense. You say, well, there's Aaron Donald, and okay, Jameis Winston put up that many points? Come on now. And where's their secondary? You got to start looking at that old secondary and saying, Mike Evans is running free. Now, that's 2 weeks in a row Mike Evans has had found a way to run free, right, against a secondary. But, man, oh, man, you got to be concerned.
Agreed. Anyway, gentlemen, this morning, we venture into probably the best sports month of the year, October. Welcome to October. And I'm thoroughly elated for all the sporting events that are coming up. And the Nylon Balloon Festival that starts probably this Friday or Saturday.
It is this week.
I might even peer out my window and partake in the festivities.
As you should. Enjoy it. We'll see you.
Have a great day.
Later. 246-0610 is where Edward called. 888-922-0610. You can get in as well. Emails, Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ. He says, JJ at 610knml.com. He says he doesn't think Vontaze Burfict should ever play again in the NFL. You there?
I think we'll see him again because if a team like Oakland would sign him, I'm sure someone would pick him up on the back end. If it's just this year, then he's out there.
He will be 30 years old when the suspension's over. He will be a 14-time offender. He's a good player, right? I don't think he's not a great player. He's a good player. He's an impact player. That's why he keeps getting work now, right? If you can play, you're going to get work. The biggest hot take on that whole thing that I heard was a guy punches his girlfriend or beats up his girlfriend and gets 8 games, and this guy beat up a guy and he gets the rest of the season. I think that's way too simplified of a way to look at it, and it's not right. First of all, you can have the conversation as 8 games is not enough for a guy who beats up his woman, and I'll entertain that because I think you're right. But I think it's a completely different conversation than a 14-time offender who just, again, it's just blatant, absolute refusal to acknowledge the rules. And those are your rules. And if you want to call it wussified, that's fine. Go watch something else. Go roll back tapes of the 70s, man. Do your thing. But how else do you look at it? Anything other than absolute blatant disregard and saying, I will not follow your rules. Is there any other way to look at it?
That's what it is, and he doesn't care.
Yeah. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. We'll get into more of the baseball when we come back. We can talk about last night's game. We got to get into the California thing, too, the law in California. That should be a good question, I think, for Brett Brennan when San Jose State's coach joins us coming up at 6:45 because athletes now in California are going to be able, college athletes, to make money on their likeness starting in 2023. Hey, guys, are you feeling sluggish? Worn down, dealing with erectile dysfunction, you can feel better. There is a way for you. It's right here in Albuquerque. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Actually, there's no reason you wouldn't do it. You can feel better. Make the call. It's NuMale. NuMale's helping guys all over the country. Guys who are lacking energy, dealing with hair loss, low T, erectile dysfunction, all these things that are natural when men reach a certain age and certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Really, fellas, the only thing to be ashamed of is if you don't do anything about it. It isn't going to just go away. You can't hope this away. Call NuMale, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688. You can feel better. NuMale offers cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments. They're benefiting guys everywhere. Guys, maybe like you, who are done feeling fatigued, done dealing with a lack of energy all the time, and certainly done dealing with erectile dysfunction. 505-652-1688. NuMale's right here in Albuquerque. They have a tremendous success rate. If you are suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, tired of being tired, just flat out want to feel better, NuMale is for you. Call NuMale. 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 and feel better. National League wild card. Ready for it?
Yeah, buddy.
Edward called it the best month of the year in sports. This or March?
Ooh, March.
Have no football in March. You have the madness. Then April, you get the Masters. It's all basketball in March, right?
Yeah, basketball.
little hockey.
Does anything for
Yeah.
you.
Well,
little golf at the end of, well, that's
well, you get golf in March.
probably April.
I know you get some. You don't have the Masters yet, but you
Not
have
yet,
golf.
no.
It's a pretty good month.
It's the start of a very good time.
Because basketball season starts.
That's a better way to put it.
You have standout months that book in the winter.
Well, you've got that sports solstice going. Basketball, hockey, baseball, and football.
There
I'll
was
be going at one
preseason
point.
basketball online.
Mm-hmm.
NBA basketball.
Yep, that's a real thing.
It was going down.
That's a real thing. Well, October's a good one. College football, pro football, baseball playoffs, as long as you don't watch last night's game. Oh, my goodness. 27-3? So, Steelers, you said Mike Tomlin put Mason Rudolph. Mike Tomlin and his staff put Mason Rudolph, his new quarterback. You can call him backup all you want. That's their new quarterback. In positions to succeed. And he utilized his backs. And Mason Rudolph put up good numbers if you're just looking at flat out just straight stats. First of all, the best stat is they won the game 27-3. Mason Rudolph was 24 of 28 for 229 yards and a couple of touchdowns. It's pretty good, right? His average pass traveled, I think 3.8 yards, 3.7 yards. Dumping it to the running backs. And the running back, Connor, had 8 receptions. Samuels had 8 receptions. And that was their game plan. And that and get after Andy Dalton. And it was a pretty good game plan.
Do what you got to do. And then you take that next step. Because you saw in the second half them able to take a shot over the top when the Bengals coverage broke down. Deontay Johnson scores on the long pass. Put yourself in situations to win each week. Move on. Get better. That's what the Pittsburgh Steelers did last night. The Bengals are bad. But I did not expect Andy Dalton to, on every single snap, be on the ground.
Yeah.
8 sacks last night. And I think that had a lot to do with the play calling. Because especially in the second half, they were running the football up. And you're like, what are you doing? You're behind. You have to push the football downfield. Andy Dalton couldn't. He never had time. Once he got that snap, whether they wanted to run play action or not, there was someone in that backfield.
I don't know what they do. That offensive line's brutal. And they got undressed by really not that good of a team. I mean, you can tell me Steelers looked great last night. That's fine. And now they got to go. I think they get Baltimore next, an angry, cranky Baltimore team. But I don't know what you do if you're Cincinnati. I don't know who's worse right now. Who I think is worse, Cincinnati or the Dolphins? The Dolphins at least look like they're really trying. Right? The Dolphins are out there fighting.
Bengals are doing the same thing.
Yeah. I just
like. They're bad teams. They're both trying, but they're still bad teams.
Well, you got football players out there that look. I mean, they're making plays. They're scared. They scared the Cowboys. They played with the Chargers for half a game the other day. I guess the Bengals played with the Bills last week.
Mm-hmm.
They were up there with the Bills last week. Got beat 21-17. 49ers blew them off the field. I guess that opener, right? It was the Seahawks. It's bad football. So on to next week, the Bengals will get the Cardinals at home. There's an opportunity for
There you go. Best 0-4 football team in the NFL.
Ooh. You got an answer to that?
Got to be the Broncos, right?
Does it?
You're losing on walk-off field goals.
Yeah, I'd give it
You want
to
to talk
them.
about competing in effort.
So it's
There
the
you go.
Broncos.
They're just right
well,
there,
the Jets
man.
are 0-3. Do they count?
Yeah, but
Broncos, Dolphins, Redskins.
Broncos have been barely losing.
Well, it's just the 3 of them. Broncos, Dolphins. I'll give you the Broncos. All right, congratulations.
we got something, baby.
Oh, and the Bengals? And the
Go
Bengals?
Broncos.
There you go. You're the best of the 4-0-4 teams.
Best of the worst,
Nice.
baby.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Way to make that positive.
Broncos, Bengals, Dolphins, or Redskins. Yeah, I'll give you that. Well, yeah, you feel better about it? Still have no Chubb.
No.
Joe Flacco's still your quarterback. But no, enjoy that. I'm down with you. Yikes. All right, well, we'll move on to next week. By the way, we got games for you here on Sunday, 10:30 window, Falcons, Texans. You get the Broncos here on our radio station on Sunday at 2 o'clock, Broncos and Chargers. And then the Sunday night game is the Colts and the Mahomes. It's a good Sunday night, huh? Jacoby Brissett's going to get himself a little bit of national run finally, which I think is good. All right, I want to touch on this because we're going to mention it with Brett Brennan. California, the governor signed that law, the Fair Pay to Play Act. Be very clear. This is not universities paying players. Okay, be very clear about this. This is the opportunity for student athletes who have a unique likeness, ability, talent to benefit from that monetarily. Now, is that already happening? Not publicly, but it allows a quarterback or a skier or a softball player to do an endorsement for a car dealership in that town or a pancake shop or whatever, or a law firm, right? This is not paying the student athletes to play. NCAA's got issues, but it's going to force the NCAA to move. Obviously, a huge can of worms. Obviously, a big, big story. Doesn't go into effect until January 1st, 2023. The NCAA has time to make this right and to catch up. You think they will?
They better. Because you can't keep hiding behind. It's going to destroy the NCAA. It's going to destroy amateurism. Because everyone points to the extreme examples. And for some reason, everyone thinks that all these car dealerships are absolutely in love with college athletics, because that is the go-to argument I hear all the time. Well, Joe's car dealership is going to drop $500,000 on this dude. Maybe not, because are they going to recoup the benefit in that? It's still a business for them, as much as boosters love their sport to go all in on one guy. Could there be some extremes? Sure, but that's why the NCAA needs to figure out how to be a part of this and not keep running away from it and being pushed back. Regulations, paper trails. It's taxable money, thus you need to track it.
Yeah, in large respects, it's already going on. It's under the table. You're saying it'll all be over the table. I don't think it'll all be over the table. I don't think it'll all be out there. There's going to be, here's our contract, but here's a handshake with.
Okay, if that's going on now, why do you want to hide that and act like it's not? In general, for a lot of people.
Fair. And that will happen in certain cases, right? Because
y'all remember this FBI investigation that went on and still could have hit Kansas, but yet, scary likenesses for college athletes.
Yeah, but that was more of the shoe company shuttling players and getting paid and moving players around. I look, this is right. This is right. And I think at some point the student athletes are going to need to get paid for their likeness. Where does this go and what does this mean? We'll bring that up with Brett Brennan too. All right, let's break now. 2460610. When we come back in the next segment, Brett Brennan, San Jose State's coach, he's going to be with us. We'll talk about the Spartans. They play the Lobos on Friday up in San Jose. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 7:37, and here's another look at the roads. This report is sponsored by Chili's. 3 for $10 now delivered. Well, we have a new accident southbound Coors just south of Quail. Backups forming there. Earlier accident on northbound I-25 just north of Highway 47 is now blocking the right lane. And we also have a crash eastbound Gibson just west of San Mateo with slight backups forming there. Chili's delivery means you can get Chili's 3 for $10 wherever you are in just a few taps, which makes everywhere you go a Chili's. So hi, welcome to your house or your office or the meat lover section of your in-laws' vegan barbecue. Chili's.com/delivery. Together we Chili's. And if you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute. Now, I recently lowered the boom on NFL referee Bill Vinovich. Now, after Dolphins linebacker Raekwon McMillan had hit Tom Brady with a legitimate clean blow, Vinovich had reportedly told him, quote, "Stay off Tom." That story came to mind again Sunday when Patriots cornerback Jonathan Jones knocked Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen out of the game with a late illegal helmet-to-helmet hit. While Jones was flagged for unnecessary roughness and surely will be fined, he was not ejected, nor should he have been, because this was not in the same class as the Vontaze Burfict Jack Doyle hit. Afterwards, Bills cornerback Micah Hyde claimed, "I just know that if it was Tom Brady, if this was the other way around, anybody on our defense wouldn't have been able to play the rest of the game." Well, the one thing I can say to Micah Hyde is that Tom Brady is never going to put himself in the same position that Josh Allen did. Young players have got to know, get down and get out of the way. I'm Boomer Esiason. Do you get into bed and find your mind still going? If so, try ZzzQuil Pure Z's liquid melatonin. It's made with an optimal level of melatonin for no next day grogginess. Pure Z's liquid melatonin, because sleep is a beautiful thing, at stores now.
Plants capture CO2. What if we could help industrial plants capture it too? Think how we could help lower emissions. More and more scientists think carbon capture is key to reducing CO2 emissions globally. It's one way ExxonMobil is helping industrial plants be more like plants. That's the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil.
Do you get into bed and find your mind still going? If so, try ZzzQuil Pure Z's liquid melatonin. It's made with an optimal level of melatonin for no next day grogginess. Pure Z's liquid melatonin, because sleep is a beautiful thing, at stores now.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike. I wish I was doing nothing and getting paid that kind of money.
If it makes you feel any better, you're doing nothing and getting paid. It's just not that kind of money. You keep not trying, and one day maybe you'll get there.
Weekdays at 3, The Sports Animal.
Breakfast burritos at Blake's Lotaburger? Freshly cracked eggs, exclusive chili sauces, applewood smoked bacon, and golden hash browns are just some of the ingredients they use. Take a big bite out of your breakfast appetite by starting your morning with the Blake's Lotaburger Breakfast Burrito.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name. Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter.
I'm going to give him more time.
Away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
Take a good look around your office. Chances are it could use a little rearranging. Maybe a new chair here or there, a few new desks, maybe a file cabinet or two. Or wait a minute, let's just trash the whole thing and start all over again. There you go. That's thinking big. And at Albuquerque Office Systems, you can make it happen. I mean, you can call Albuquerque Office Systems at 345-2824 and have Joey Apodaca or any associate come evaluate your office for new or remanufactured modular office cubicles, as well as all office furniture. Or you could just go to their website, aosabq.com, and start from scratch. That's aosabq.com. You know, it's been said that new office equipment can increase productivity by 20%. Imagine that. So for a more productive working environment for your employees, visit aosabq.com or call 345-2824. That's aosabq.com or 345-2824. Albuquerque Office Systems. Do your part. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Fall is finally here, and Albuquerque's got a lot of fall events to offer. Oh, can you smell that green chili roasting? I wish I could find it, but I'm kind of stuck inside the Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm. The Amazing Maze Maze is what they call it, and it's got nearly 4 miles of paths to get lost in. The Maze Maze is the best family fun in town, or intensely frustrating, depending on how you look at it. See, we've had the weekend of October 11th circled for months so we could get back to the Maze Maze this year. Plus, they're even going to have special events like a music festival, pumpkin painting, and interactive art installations. Plus, if you like doing it in the dark, they've got the Spooky Night Maze. So if you and your family are looking for something fun to do this fall,
30 seconds.
It's The Amazing Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm. You won't find a sweet deal better than this. 4 tickets to the The Amazing Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm for just $20.
Go to sportsanimалabq.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. We know you'll be saying sweet.
Honey, have you seen the kids? Julie, 7, where are you? I love the Maze Maze so much.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Your chance to win big just by listening to us is $4K a day, and it's back. Listen weekdays for the national keyword, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and when you hear it, text it to 95819. And if you do that, you could win $1,000. Message rates and data rates may apply. 4K Day sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia, a huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Awaiting Brett Brennan. He had a interview that he was doing before us. As Lawrence Fan, their sports information director, said, he's got an interview he's doing something at 6:30 Pacific time, and he'll call you, and then maybe he can get back to coaching. I'm like, oh, okay.
Maybe he can do his job.
Yeah, okay.
Done with this mess.
Thank you, Lawrence. But San Jose State's coming up a 41-24 loss. They were at Air Force. They did
Backdoor cover.
It was a backdoor cover. It was a late one. They were right in this. They got stopped on 4th down 4 times in plus territory in this game. Brett Brennan went for it 4 different times, and it didn't happen. I like coaches that go for it that much.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness, especially twice inside the 10-yard line. Those are the ones that stand out.
Yep. No, I like that he's doing that, but you got to make them. And when it doesn't go your way, well, then we got an issue, right? And they were drive killers, and it killed their drive. Now, they couldn't stop the run. They really struggled stopping the run. Air Force put up 382 yards rushing. That's what Air Force does. They're the, I think, 6th or 7th leading rushing team in America, and boy, they ran the ball well. They only completed 5 passes. In fact, they only threw the ball 10 times. But that's what Air Force does. And you know it's coming, and it's coming right at you. Now, for New Mexico, is that an opportunity against a team that you know had problems with the run and you want to establish the run? New Mexico ran the ball pretty well last week.
That's what the Lobos are going to do. Even with Joe Daly trying to spread it out, Bob Davies still wants to run that football. Whether it's triple option, zone read, he still wants to run that football.
Yeah. All right, while we wait for Coach Brennan, Lenny, you're on the Quan's Auto Care hotline, and if Coach Brennan calls, I'm going to have to go to him.
Oh, that's fine. I want to know what a filthy Brady is, if you watched last night's game.
I did not, actually.
Dalvin audible and called the filthy Brady. So remember when we used to make the big deal about Manning calling an Omaha?
Yeah.
You have to watch that from last night. It's hilarious.
All right.
Might have been the only good thing Cincinnati did last night.
Yeah, because otherwise...
So I'm going to go quickly tonight. I'm going to go with Milwaukee and Oakland.
Milwaukee. Okay. And
then
Oakland. So you're going with both? Okay.
And then for the end-of-year selections, it's going to be Trout taking it for the AL and Yelich for the NL.
2 guys who didn't finish the season because of injuries.
And Cy Young is still going to be DeGrom again, I think. They're going to vote for him.
I don't know if I believe that.
And Verlander in Houston. And then the Rookie of the Years are easy. Alonso, only because Tatis got hurt.
Okay.
And then Alvarez for Houston.
All right. Wow.
And then if you didn't get a chance, watch that 15-minute end-of-game tribute they gave to Bochy in San Francisco.
Oh, that would be good. I'm a fan of his. Even though I don't like the Giants, I'm a fan of his.
I mean, they bust in old Giants. Barry Bonds ran on the field, ran over to Dave Roberts, ripped his Dodger hat off his head, threw it on the ground.
Really?
Because he's an ex-Giant. Oh, yeah, it was a very emotional end-of-game tribute.
All right. All right,
for a well-deserving coach.
Yeah, I'll find that. All right, cool. All
right.
Thanks, Lenny.
Thanks.
Lenny called the 2460610. Did you see that?
I did.
So Barry Bonds ran into the Dodger dugout and ripped the manager's hat off his head and slammed it to the ground?
No, they were on the field as a group.
Okay.
Together.
All right, that's cute. All right, nice. Hello, Tad. Good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care hotline.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen. 2 quick things. For one, I agree. I think the Brewers are going to win. Vital and I have been talking about it all year, and I think they're going to be able to pull it off. They got too much hitting up and down their line, which will neutralize Scherzer for positively. And secondly, there's the rumor, well, it's not the rumor, it's come out that Kim Clijsters is going to come out in 2020 and play on the women's tennis tour, and I think she could still be a viable tennis player, and I'll let it go at that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if she can or not. How long has she been gone?
She's been gone for, a number of years now? I can't remember exactly how many.
I know there's some good young players, man.
I know. She's old, but she's a good player. She might give some people a run for their money.
All right. I'm looking forward to watching that then. All right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. See you. 2460610. He's got the Brewers tonight. The Brewers won't surprise me. If you're asking me, I'm going the other way, but the Brewers wouldn't surprise me.
It's 2 teams, and I wouldn't be surprised if either of them won a game.
Yeah, one of them's going to win, right? Isn't that crazy how that works? One of them's going to win a game. Yes, one of them will win a game. That's fair. It's absolutely fair. Look at that. We got the new banner ready to go.
Woo!
Oh, there
excited.
it is.
Big day.
Can I show it to you? Can I show it to you, or will you?
No, there's too many cameras around.
All right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Got to keep that.
Keep that thing away. Ah!
Show it to me. I don't have a camera.
No, I don't know. You don't
hide your wife, hide your kid.
You don't have a badge either.
No, I know.
Are you coming out today? Big press conference?
Big announcement.
Am I invited?
Yeah, of course, man.
All right.
Yeah. I wore a tie and everything. People
Security's
are like,
tight.
Looking fly, baby.
People are like, you got a job interview? You got who died? I'm like, oh man, do I really dress like that?
It's called being a professional, which people around here don't.
Yeah, I
do.
might not dress very well every day. I imagine. I guess that's. I was. All right. I guess Brett, Coach Brennan. That's a bummer because I was really looking forward to catching up with Coach Brennan on a number of fronts. I know Doug Martin will be there, and I know Clint Overby, the vice president of ESPN Events, will be with us. That's at 9:00, and Doug Martin at 8. And Coach Brennan's.
I think just Brett was. He's like, you know what? Jeff was sitting there hyping us up so much, talking about over Arkansas. Our kids were listening to it. They bought into the hype. They weren't focused. They got fat, dumb, and entitled against Air Force, and that's what happened.
Fat, dumb, and entitled. Boy, I talked to a lot of people about that yesterday, by the way. And everybody seemed to love it.
Because it's Mike Leach. He can get away with that.
But they kind of felt like, so who was I having the conversation with last night? Said he put his kids on blast, and there's a fine line between putting them on blast and losing them, right? Open up their eyes.
You get
and
one
lose
moment
them.
to do that.
And I don't know that we know the answer yet on what this did. Did he lose his team, or did he get their attention?
I think they'll respond.
You do?
I do.
I think so too.
This is a once a year moment. A once in
you
like
can't do it every year.
Yeah, like a once in a 10-year moment.
Yeah.
To go that hard on your team to call them all out.
And at some point, something's got to get you to that point, right? Mm-hmm. That's not that's not a calculated motivational tactic.
No.
That is something got me to this point where I'm watching these guys be fat, soft, dumb, and entitled. Right? There's something, whatever, and he went down the list. What was it? When he was at Texas Tech, didn't he say they're all hanging out with their fat girlfriends? Did he call, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But there's something to it. I mean, obviously, this isn't just a tactic. Wow, we didn't play well. Let me pull out this one. This was, he saw something. He sees something on a daily basis that makes him feel that they're fat, dumb, and entitled. It's they had some success last year, right? Washington State did. It sounds like, just in much more direct terms, like what Doug Martin was saying last year about his team after they won the Arizona Bowl.
You go around the edges. Like, right? Doug Martin's not a coach that could have a speech like that, because then be like, what's your record?
Yeah, fair enough.
What have you done?
Yep.
You can skirt the edges if you're other coaches. Like Leach right now, that's been a team that's been in the top 25, that's had success.
He's Mike Leach.
Won games, plus kind of the aura, the persona that he has built, that he can have a moment like that.
Yeah.
But like what you said, this is once. Like, he can't come out and say the same thing next week.
No, or even next year. I think he's used this card for a long time. But my point is, other coaches somewhat say it but don't say it, because all year, what was Doug Martin saying last year? That we don't have the same attitude, we don't have the same toughness. Well, so he didn't say they were soft, but he said we don't have the same toughness. We're not playing with the same hunger, the same grit, right? Basically, that's what he was saying. That they were reading their clippings. Isn't that what Mike Leach said? We read our clippings and we pat ourselves on the back and we think we're pretty good. We're good at that. We're really good at that. And then we sit around the apartment and we talk about how good we are. And then when there's a little pushback, we don't do anything, right? I mean, that's kind of what he said. Not super different. Just different language, same message. What Doug Martin said all last year.
It's, I know they're entitled kids and it's a soft generation, this or that. This is fine. Like, you can do this once. Coaches are tough on kids. Or kids in quotation marks, student athletes at the college level. But in terms of in the public sphere like that, you get one chance to hit a home run and see if your team responds.
That's right. And we're going to find out. And again, it can go one way or the other. They're going to respond. They're going to turn around and say, damn, we're fat, dumb, and entitled. Or bleep that guy. Right? He's making all the money. Who's entitled? And like you said, man, he says, on us as coaches. We allowed him to be soft. God, he used the word soft a lot.
Did.
I mean, a lot.
Resonate.
It's who do you think of?
It's a kind word with a lot of, like...
Oh, there's nothing kind about it when you're talking about football.
I know, but, generally, like, soft, and you're like, that's fire,
you think of
man.
Charmin?
Fire.
What?
Hey.
Yeah, Mr. Whipple? Who do you think of when you hear the word soft associated with football?
Sharman's
People
good.
that can't step up.
I think of Rocky
challenge.
talking about it all the time. That's his word. And when his players imitate him now, like San Diego State guys, they imitate Rocky.
It's
you're
general
soft.
terms you deal with not being able to push through, like not doing the same things that you're expected to do when something doesn't go your way once.
Yeah. It's a tough one to be called when you're a football player. All right, Doug Martin's going to be with us next. The Aggies are home for Liberty this week. Have a conversation with their head coach coming off a 30-17 loss at home to Fresno State. We're on the ProView Network's channel 6 on Comcast.
Got it.
Around the state. On their social media, you can go to our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and watch it there. Or listen to us right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
They haven't gone back to more. Racknell is still in there. Throwing on the post pattern. Cut! Down. What a catch at the 25-yard line. That's just a great catch by number 1, Drake Owen.
Single running back. And West does get the ball, and he has wide open lane. Let's see if he can make it. He punches it in. Did he get it? Yes! Touchdown, Ben West. Franco hands the ball off. Nice hold for a nice run. He breaks one, breaks two. Touchdown!
Second down. Smith. Plenty of time. A little pump fake. Fires in. He's going for Connor O'Toole to the end zone.
Fowler the play fake, throws it out to Colson on the screen. Colson breaks a tackle. 20, he might be going to the house. Touchdown Mustangs.
Third down and 16. Redford going to throw it, throws it out. The receiver slipped. The ball is picked, and back to the north side we go. And this could go all the way back for a touchdown and into the end zone. Set far side for Bell. She couldn't put it away. Sharp over the block. Salas. Ray. Hit over by Cheshire. Sharp again through the block. Looking to set Bell on the far side. Gonzalez Sanchez digs it out. Jones will push it to Sharp. That's been her spot, but they're scrambling and still alive. Now it's going to come over. Salas gets it there. Jones. Gonzalez Sanchez, Sharp will have another swing. Just barely able to get it back over. Great defense for Pius. They'll try Wallace on the other side. Yes!
Play fake. Throws. Oh, what a catch by Reggie Colson. Boy, he got whacked and still came down with it.
Handoff goes right side. Breaking some tackles and more. Off to the races. Still on his feet into the end zone. What a...
Middle of the field. One of the most impressive things you will ever see.
Here's a quick slant, and look at the speed by Altier. Can anybody catch him? A foot race. Oh, dear. What an answer.
Stadium on Saturday for New Mexico State. The Liberty Flames will be in town. Aggies coming off a 30-17 loss on Saturday pass to Fresno State. We're down big at halftime, had a better second half with a lot of turnovers. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Jason, glad you're with us. We'll get back to the phones coming up in a little bit. Clint Overby, the Vice President of ESPN Events, due to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. 30-17 was the final last week. Josh Adkins threw for 210 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. The head football coach at New Mexico State is Doug Martin. He joins us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Happy October, Doug. How you doing?
I'm good, guys. How you doing?
All right, thank you. So looking at what you did last week, and this is probably one where you stared at the tape, and if you had hair, you'd pull it out because you just gave the ball away and gave away a lot of chances early and took yourselves out.
Yeah, we really did, Jeff. We're playing so well offensively. We're running the ball really well. We're throwing the ball really well, but the turnovers are the one negative we have. But, it's the most impactful negative that you can have. And, the one game that we have not turned the ball over and we took care of it really well was at UNM, and we scored 52 points. And that's what's frustrating because I know that if we take care of the ball, that's going to be the result each week for us. And, so, we just got to go back to work, and the good news was our defense responded from the UNM game. It played much better Saturday. Actually gave us a chance to compete and stay in that game. And so if they can continue to do that and we take care of the ball, we can make some good things happen.
When you look at the turnovers on tape, are they effort mistakes? Are they schematical decision mistakes? How do you look at them?
It's a little bit of everything. It's like I was telling the team, one ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and was intercepted. Our center got pushed back in Josh's face, and when he throws the ball, it gets tipped. And I was trying to tell our offensive kids, you guys got to help him out because, in the newspaper, in the media, it's going to say Josh Adkins threw 3 interceptions. It's not going to say your center, Max Wilhite, got pushed in the backfield and the ball got tipped up in the air. And that's part of playing quarterback. That as we all know, you get too much credit and too much blame. Josh is really playing well, but he's got to make some adjustments too and take care of the ball a little bit better. We got behind. He started trying to force some things to try to help us catch up instead of just continuing to throw completions. Then college football, you've got all the time in the world because the clock stops every time you get a first down. And I was telling Josh this yesterday, it's the difference between us and the NFL. Just keep throwing completions, and you'll get down the field.
Doug, you look at how the game started, 3 punts for your offense. You were able to hold them to punts as well. In that first quarter, in that first half, what was the difference there? Just what wasn't quite clicking at that point?
Well, I think a lot of that was Fresno. I really think they're probably the second best defensive team we've played behind Alabama. Their secondary, I thought, was exceptional, and the linebackers. They are really they're just a really good defensive football team. So we knew it was going to be some give and take, and that our defense had to play good to keep us in it. And like I say, we did some good things, just not enough.
What areas did your defense take steps forward in this past game?
Well, we didn't let balls get behind us, get over our head. We didn't give up the explosion plays in the passing game. I think that was a huge step forward for our guys in the back end. We had a couple of guys that stepped up. Jason Simmons played really well, true freshman DB. Phipps played in at corner and played very well, Jared Phipps. And so we had some better play there. And I thought we held our own up front.
Couple of sacks. You got to the quarterback. I think it was Solomon Wilcots on a third down play. They got you off the field. They came around and got you off the field. If you look at it and say, all right, we're going to hold Fresno State to 386 yards and 30 points, you probably think you got a chance to win the game.
Yeah, certainly. And again, we gave them one of those touchdowns offensively because it was a pick six. So, really our defense gave up 23 points. And like I say, our defense gave us a chance to win the game. And it's no mystery or problem here to figure out what's wrong. It's just the turnovers is really the only thing we are doing wrong. If we can eliminate that, then we're going to look like we did at UNM. And if we look like that, we're going to have a chance to win some games.
Doug Martin's New Mexico State's coach. You've played 3 Mountain West schools in a row. Now, granted, you've lost all 3 of them. You lose by 13, by 3, and by, 21? What was it? The San Diego State scored 31-10. You feel like, when you evaluate, and you're not looking for moral victories, but you feel like you belong on the field with them. You look like you belong on the field with them.
Certainly, I believe that's true, Jeff. I think we've recruited well, but what we do a better job of here, I think, is developing players. We take a lot of players that only have FCS offers, but we believe they are FBS players. So it takes us a year or two to get them in the weight room and develop them, and that's what you see with Josh Adkins and Jason Huntley and Ferguson and all these guys that play for us. That's kind of the mantra that they come from. I certainly believe that we are talent-wise good enough to win football games.
Yeah.
But it's a real thin line. You can't beat yourself.
And I said Solomon Wilcox. It was Cedric Wilcox, and I apologize for that on the sack. All right, here comes Liberty. And you know what they've got. You saw him twice last year. You're going to see him twice this year. It's the same quarterback in Calvert. It's that same big number 11, Antonio Gandy Golden, who's a terrific receiver. They just you saw the numbers they put up on New Mexico last week. You look at them on tape and you see what?
Yeah, I think those are two NFL players, the quarterback and the receiver, for sure. I mean, he's got a really big arm, and that receiver is really, really a good player. The thing that jumps out at me from them is their defense, though. They're only giving up 22 points a game, and you're right. We played them twice last year, so we got a good look at them. And when you watch them, I mean, UNM scored 50-something points on us, and they couldn't score on Liberty. And I can see why. They are a different football team. And it's the same players. It's the exact same players they had last year. But they are playing differently, and that's coaching, and that's players buying into new coaches. But they're playing hard. They run to the ball. They're playing much more physical in the back end than what they did last year. I mean, their defensive backs look like a whole different group. But, again, it's the same guys, but they're just playing differently. So I think that's what really jumps out is they are playing exceptional defense.
No, Doug, it is a unique situation. I've always talked about how you've had the home and home with Liberty the last 2 years, but of course, new coaching staff, Hugh Freeze there across the board. What's the process like for your staff, looking ahead and getting ready for this week against a team that you did play twice, but there's different things across the board?
Yeah, well, it's totally different now because of the different staff. It's a different style of offense, different style of defense. You can look at the players a little bit. You know them a little bit better as individuals, but completely different scheme-wise. So in this first game, it's not like, you've already played them once this year. The second game you play them later in the year, there's a little bit more strategy that goes into that because you want to change some things. But this one's just try to go get a win.
Yeah, how are the kids? How they doing right now? Because I know the last two have been tough.
Yeah, Jeff, I'd had an honest talk with our team Sunday, and I was trying to tell them, I'm not into moral victories, but you guys do have to understand we just played the toughest schedule in college football in the Group of Five, and we did. There's no doubt about that. And it didn't go the way we wanted to. We really felt strongly we'd get a couple wins out of that, but we didn't. But we've still got a lot of opportunities going forward. Our schedule lightens up per se in this half, but more than anything, this week in particular for this football team, for the 2019 football team, is a defining moment. I mean, it's going to expose you. My college coach was Jerry Claver at the University of Kentucky. He used to always tell us football doesn't build character, it exposes it. And I think he's exactly right. And so coaches, players, everybody, you're going to get exposed this week because what's in your heart's really going to show. And that's an exciting thing. That's a good thing because you can find out what you got.
What do you mean by that? So you mean here's your opportunity. People think you're an 0-5 football team. Now you have an opportunity to basically expose yourself, like show what you are, and you can either let that number define you or you can let this week define you. Is that kind of what that is?
That's exactly right. You can either show what's in your heart as far as you want to compete every week, and I'm not talking about winning or losing the game. That doesn't define you. But how you play this game, how you prepare this week, how you face the adversity that we're facing right now, those are the things that are going to define you moving forward. That's one of the great things about football. It teaches you how to handle adversity in life, too. They're going to have a lot tougher times in their lives moving on from here than being 0-5. You're going to have a family and lose your job and have to find another job. You're going to have a kid who may get sick. You're going to have a wife who may get sick. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to come at you in your life that are going to be a lot harder than 0-5. So you got to learn how to handle this so that you can handle those things. Yeah. And I think we'll enjoy what we see from our football team moving forward.
Doug, how about from a coaching standpoint, the rest of your coaches? Do you have those conversations with them about their mindset, what they have to do, the grind that they have to be on as well?
Well, absolutely. We've all got to be on the same page. We've got to be saying the same things and support each other. The great thing is I've had a staff that's been together for several years, and I've got a really good mix of some coaches that have really good experience, Coach Spaziani, Coach Mumford, and then some younger guys that have a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. So we've got a good mix, and we've got a really good coaching staff. I really appreciate these guys very much. And we all understand what we face here, and we accept that challenge, and we're looking forward to this week.
Here comes Liberty. It'll be Saturday night down at Aggie Memorial Stadium, and then on the road you'll face Jim McElwain's team, Central Michigan, the next week up in Michigan. Good luck on Saturday. We'll do it again next Tuesday. Doug, always appreciate the conversation.
Okay, guys. Take care.
See you. Doug Martin is the head football coach at New Mexico State. Really interesting, huh? Really interesting. And you can respond to that when we get back. 0-5 is one thing, and your question is fair. Now what? I mean, what do you do? And we always thought when we looked at the schedule, this was going to be a rallying point of their season. Let's regroup after those first 5. Now what? Well, we'll find out. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 8:11. Time for another update here on Tuesday morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Panera Bread. Well, right now we have good news. Earlier accident on northbound 25 is now clear. Also, accident at Eagle Ranch is clear. Still active right now is an accident eastbound I-40 just east of Coors. That is partially blocking the left lane. So slight delays, and be careful going through there. At Panera, get breakfast that's fast, not fast food. Try a new Chipotle chicken, scrambled egg, and avocado breakfast wrap, and pair it with a premium, freshly ground, freshly brewed coffee, all ready to go with the push of a button. Panera food as it should be. And if you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Everyone loves that new car smell. But what about that new car look? If your paint is peeling or fading, don't get a new car. Get a new paint job. Call now to book a free estimate backed by our nationwide warranty. Uh-oh? Better get Mako.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the Better Collision Repair Shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world famous Hooters girls.
Right now at VisionWorks, when you buy one complete pair of glasses, you get a second free. That means you could get a pair of glasses and a free pair of prescription sunglasses. So you don't have to do the thing where you wear your glasses under your sunglasses when you drive. Or you can get a pair of glasses and a free second pair with different frames. Or a free backup pair. Or maybe another scenario we didn't think of. No matter what, when you buy one pair of glasses, you get one free at VisionWorks. VisionWorks. See the difference. Offer expires 10/24. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Guys, if you could feel better, wouldn't you? The better question is, if you could feel better, why would you not? Of course you would, and you can with NuMale. It's Jeff Symbieta. NuMale has helped guys all over the country. Guys who are lacking energy, dealing with hair loss, low T, and erectile dysfunction. All things that are natural as men reach a certain age is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, the only thing to be ashamed of is if you don't do anything about it. Call NewMail at 652-1688 and feel better. NewMail offers cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments, which are benefiting guys everywhere. Guys like you who are done feeling fatigued, done feeling a lack of energy, done dealing with erectile dysfunction. Call NewMail. 652-1688. NewMail is right here in Albuquerque and has a tremendous success rate. If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, tired of being tired, and just want to feel better, NewMail is for you. Call NewMail at 652-1688, 652-1688, and feel better.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name. Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
Albuquerque's Lobo Station, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Join 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Hooters, where, Hoser? On San Mateo.
San Mateo.
Hooters on San Mateo, Thursday, October 10th, from 3 till 6. It's the 4th annual Great Paper Football Challenge. Get a chance to win a deluxe drive-away, including 2 nights premium lodging, tickets to the Chiefs and Broncos on Thursday Night Football, October 17th, and a $250 gift card plus tons of prizes. And the best part, a good time for all. For full details and to register, log on to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. The 4th annual Great Paper Football Challenge. It's brought to you by Bud Light Premium Brewed for the night and 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Jeff, JJ, Hoser. Jason's producing on the visual medium. But so I don't know. The Pocket Square thing's all kind of new to me. I think I'm jacking it up every time I play with it. Does that look about right? Or is it just like a hanky hanging out of my
good to me.
All right. Trying to figure it out. Big announcement today. New Mexico Bowl is going to announce a new title sponsor. Glenn Overby's the vice president of ESPN Events, going to be with us. We'll talk about the bowl business a little bit at 9 o'clock. All right, so what stood out from Doug Martin to you?
This week is the defining moment for the 2019 football team. Now that's feels like it's going to be the message through the week for New Mexico State to keep these guys on track. You brought up the 3 games they've played against Mountain West opponents, and they played well. Like,
they competed.
They competed. And that was kind of your point is, this is a level that you can compare yourself to, because he used to say, hey, we have the Sun Belt. This is what we're going to measure ourselves. We're in this conference. This is what our talent has to rise to. Now as an independent, you're all over the place, and who are you measuring yourself against? Yeah, you're trying to get bowl eligible, but how are you really going to evaluate your talent? Right now it's kind of New Mexico State versus the Mountain West.
And that's what you're evaluating against. And I think that's fair. I think that he's right when he says they played the toughest Group of 5 schedule. He's right. And you know what? You know who cares? People in that room. That's it. Nobody else cares. And so is it a new start for them now? Or if they lose this weekend, and look, this is a team that just beat New Mexico, and New Mexico beat them. If they lose this weekend, is there nothing to play for? They're 0-6. They go to Central Michigan, or can it be a new start? It's got to be, right?
It all depends on what that scoreboard says at the end of the game,
and not just how they play. It's what that scoreboard says at the end of the game, because there's 2 winnable games in front of the bye.
You can play your hearts out and say Liberty beats them on a field goal.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't matter.
And you're looking
how much
back at that missed
you
field
have.
goal.
You're just sitting there as a player on Sunday going, we're 0-6.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to Central Michigan. Now, the other side of that is they beat Liberty. They're going up to play a Central Michigan team who's beatable, and then they get a bye. And maybe you've got a whole new look on life, right? All of a sudden you feel like you can get something done. All right. I thought it was interesting. I thought his thoughts on his defense were good too. They gave up 23 points, the defense of Fresno State. You would think if they give up 23 points to Fresno State, they've got a chance. The other thing he said that was the best defense he's played outside of Alabama, which means they were better defense than San Diego State. And they only got, 315 yards total. So I understand that, but I don't know if I totally agree. Dude, there's a guy in a suit and a tie in here. That doesn't work in this place. You can't wear a suit and a tie in here. What the heck's going on? We'll get back to your phones in a moment. 246-0610 is where we'll go. The emails are in. Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knml.com. We got a sweet deal for you, as we tend to do. It is Maze. 4 tickets for the price of 2. There's only 125 of these available. What is Maze? It's 3.8 miles of the amazing maze. It's the 21st annual. Monica and Travis, is that right? You guys going to share that mic?
Yep.
You guys are so cute together. Oh, you are. Can't get him another chair? All right. Well, I mean, welcome, you guys.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. So here we are. Happy October.
Happy October.
And this is your time to shine. Special events you've got going. You've got live music throughout. It's a big fundraiser too.
Correct.
So let people know about what Maze is, between the pumpkin painting and the giant games and the interactive maze, and why it's so much fun to get lost.
Yeah, well, it's all of that. And then inside the maze, we're going to have interactive art exhibits, and we're going to have...
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild.
There's like a beer garden in there too? I'm kidding.
There's going to be a beer garden.
Not in the maze?
Not in the maze, but
Oh, you
we'll
gotta
have... we'll have lots of different beer. We'll have... Craft Room will be out. Bosky will be out. We'll have a bunch of different people pouring. And that part's always fun.
Yeah, so it's the Amazing Maze. So the corn maze itself is actually cut into a giant Zia.
Really?
And we're going with the whole New Mexico theme. So inside the maze, you might find some calabazas or some aliens.
Really?
You gotta come out and check it out.
Well, that sounds kind of cool. What if you get lost? Like, what if you literally can't get out? Does that ever happen? Like, has somebody ever had to call, just go, okay, man, I can't get out. I keep making a left and a right, and I gotta pee. Can you say that?
You will get lost. If it's past a certain time, the coyotes will come get you. But
really, that's
a waiver before you walk in.
Yeah. Luckily, we're in Albuquerque, so if you look towards the mountains, then
you have an idea.
Find your way out.
All right, in Albuquerque, down in Los Poblanos open space, that's where they grow the fresh and organic produce in that 2-acre community garden with education programming, and they advocate for sustainable organic agriculture out there. So this is a fundraiser as well. What is there? First of all, is there a website people can go and get all the information and take a look at it? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, it's riograndefarm.org/maze-maze. So it's
Rio Grande Farm plural or singular?
Farm
singular.
Yep, .org /maze MAIZE -maze.
Okay.
If you go to riograndefarm.org, you'll find us. You
then-
can find us on Facebook,
then you can click around.
Instagram, a whole bunch of things.
All right, and this runs when? When can people use? So we're going 4 deals, 4 tickets for the price of 2, and it's open. What's the time period?
October 11th is opening day.
Yep.
And we're running through the 31st. So
And are you open every day? Or
we're
just
going
on
to
the
be open
weekends?
on weekends.
All right.
Yep.
So it's like 3 weekends.
Yep.
All right, so get in on this, take advantage of it. It's something that you'll love. Certainly your kids will love this as well. And you can go out there, you've got healthy local food, you've got pumpkin painting and games and special events and music. And coyotes, really? I'm kidding on the coyotes. All right, get out there. It sounds like there's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
All right, check it out, Rio Grande Farm, singular, .org or com?
.org.
.org.
Yeah.
Rio Grande Rio Grande Farm.org. What am I new? Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. 9 o'clock, click on the sweet deal icon, and then you'll be able to purchase at 9 o'clock 4 tickets for the price. What is the price?
It's usually $10 for adults, $7 for kids, but for the sweet deal, it's 4 for $20.
Oh, it's a deal. Yeah. How do you not do that? Take your whole family out there, and you've got, and it's not just one time. You've got 3 different weekends and a bunch of times to go out and do this.
Live music throughout the whole time, different special events.
All right, no, it's great. Aaron, enjoy it. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. I hope that wasn't painful. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for giving up your chair. That was pretty big of you. Appreciate that. All right, you guys have fun.
Thanks. Have a great morning.
You as well. Take advantage of our sweet. The man came in a tie for radio. What the hell? I mean, who does that?
You guys are matching in your suits.
I know
here.
who does. Right?
As good as you.
I like it.
Is it all right? It's not an everyday thing, man. Don't get used to it.
No, for me, it is an everyday thing.
All right, well, that's your problem. What's your real job? Why do you have to do that? Are you executive director of this thing?
I'm in money.
Yeah, you're in money. I'm certainly not. All right, you guys, thanks. Take advantage of the sweet deal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Monica and Travis, and I really appreciate it. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails are in jeff@610knml.com or jj@610knml.com. Jose, you want to give away those 4 tickets to Rio Grande Arts and Crafts Festival ahora?
Seguro que sí. Let's do it.
Seguro que sí.
Mm-hmm.
246-0610 is the phone number. Caller number.
Let's go caller 6.
Right now, caller 6 at 246-0610. You will win those tickets courtesy of your good friend, the Golden Hoser.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
At 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time right now is 8:25.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Racanelli, they haven't gone back to more. Racanelli's still in there. Throwing on the post pattern. Cut! Down. What a catch at the 25-yard line. That's just a great catch by number 1, Drake Owen.
Single running back, and West does get the ball, and he has wide open lane. Let's see if he can make it. He punches it in. Did he get it? Yes! Touchdown, Ben West. Franco hands the ball off. Nice hold for a nice run. He breaks one, breaks two. Touchdown!
Second down. Smith. Plenty of time. A little pump fake. Fires in. He's going for Connor O'Toole to the end zone.
Fowler the play fake, throws it out to Colson on the screen. Colson breaks a tackle. 20, you might be going to the house. Touchdown Mustangs.
Third down and 16. Redford going to throw it, throws it out. The receiver slipped. The ball is picked, and back to the north side we go. And this could go all the way back for a touchdown and into the end zone.
Set far side for Bell. She couldn't put it away. Sharp over the block. Salas. Ray. Hit over by Cheshire. Sharp again through the block. They're going to set Bell on the far side. Gonzalez Sanchez digs it out. Jones will push it to Sharp. That's been her spot, but they're scrambling and still alive. Now it's going to come over. Salas gets it there. Jones. Gonzalez Sanchez, Sharp will have another swing. Just barely able to get back over. Great defense for Pius. They'll try Wallace on the other side. Yes!
Play fake. Throws. Oh, what a catch by Reggie Colson. Boy, he got whacked and still came down with it.
Handoff goes right side. Breaking some tackles and more. Off to the races. Still on his feet into the end zone. What a...
Middle of the field. One of the most impressive things you will ever see.
Here's a quick slant, and look at the speed by Altier. Can anybody catch him? A foot race. Altier. What an answer.
desire. Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as best.
Lost. You'd have to bring a flask, wouldn't you? What?
And just hide between somewhere and be like. But you got to time it just right. You don't want those coyotes coming and get you.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be bad. That'd be bad. All right, 2460610. Come on in, 888-922-0610. It's, what time is it, 8:31? And we just gave away the tickets. We're going to talk college bowls. I just had the Pocket Square redone. There's Fashion Corner over in the sales office.
That's good.
You know where I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Fashion Corner over there.
Yeah.
So no, it looks like you just rented a tux. He pulled it out and just kind of. Now it looks like I just blew my nose in it and then threw it in there. But he's like, that's how it's supposed to look.
But then you got the pattern coming out.
You like it better? I don't know, man. That's what
It looks good, but I am not the person to take fashion.
I like that purple, man.
You like
the
that?
Pink's
That's why I
nice.
went over to Fashion Corner, right?
Oh, no, that's,
you know what I'm talking about?
I'd go there too, for sure.
In the sales office, there's like Fashion
Yeah.
Corner, and it's also Snack Town. Oh, do they have snacks?
Ooh, really?
Yeah, there's Chips Ahoy and chocolate or peanut butter
That sounds
pretzels.
like a good business. Fashion Corner right next to Snack Town.
Yeah, it's all in one spot. It's one-stop shopping here.
You know what? Next time we win an award, I'm going to go over there and just have him
Well,
pick
yeah.
out my outfit.
You should. You should. Although I picked out my own. He just
He just put the final touches on
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
No, I need all the help from beginning to end.
I'll help you. You know, I mean, if you want my help, I mean,
Oh, okay.
I did this all by
No,
myself.
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, you know.
I need some help.
Yeah, we'll work on that. All right, got emails. Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knml.com. Jason is in on WAC 2.0. Good morning, OD in the AM. Well, the first domino has fallen in realignment. That domino has ones and twos, but it is a domino. Tarleton State is moving from D2 to FCS independent in football, joining the WAC and all other sports. And other programs are eyeing this same move. CSU Pueblo, Colorado Mesa, most notably. And what conference will be the landing spot for these programs? The WAC. Also, Northern Colorado could move to FBS, seeing schools that have long thought they were better than us as rivals and where they would go. You guessed it, the WAC. So to recap, the WAC is now up to 3 football playing schools, with about 3 looking to move up. Let's say Liberty decides to join the conference as a football-only member, and Utah Valley puts together a football program. That has been long rumored. You grab another Texas school, which helps the conference in terms of recruiting, visibility, and TV sets, and now things get interesting. The sad fact that all these programs have similar fan support and possibly better facilities. WAC 2024 will look like this, he says. 2024.
Wow.
Here's your WAC.
That's 21 Division I schools in the state of Texas
Here-
now.
Is there?
Yeah.
So here's your WAC, how he sees it in 2024, the WAC. Football. New Mexico State, Tarleton State, Dixie State, CSU Pueblo, Utah Valley, Liberty, and Houston Baptist. 7 schools in the WAC. You see it? Does that do anything for you?
It's a conference.
It's a conference. It's regional-ish.
It's regional.
Ish.
I don't know about the other schools as far as football, but Tarleton, boy, they can play some football.
Where is that?
Stephenville, Texas.
Stevensville. Where's that?
That's just about southeast of Dallas, almost, or maybe northeast.
Far southeast, like 20 miles south, like a suburb thereof, or like
no, it's probably a little ways out.
an
maybe
hour out.
Yeah,
Talk
something
to me.
like that. Mhm.
Okay. All right.
That's home of our friend Ty Murray, or used to be. I don't
All right,
know
so
if he
you'd
lives
have a
there.
Dallas area team. Dixie State is up in Utah, correct? In southern Utah, correct? St. George, I believe. You'd have Colorado and Pueblo. Utah Valley is south of Salt Lake City. Houston Baptist would be, I guess, in Houston. Does that do anything for you?
It could be a fun little football conference.
Okay. Division One. All you got to do is say, well, we're Division One. We're playing Division One football.
Playing Division One football.
Okay.
Adds to the recruiting, I think, a recruiting fight between the schools.
No.
You don't think so? Or just more opportunity for guys to play Division One.
So
that are kind of right there on the edge.
Here's what I think it does, and you tell me if you think I'm way off. The schools who do it right will thrive. Right, we're watching Liberty as a young program do well. We've watched. Remember what UTSA did, right? And they were in a bowl game in their 6th year of existence. They were here. They put some resources. Now they're struggling a little on facility. They don't have. They play in the Alamo Dome, I think, or wherever it is. But don't you think the schools that put the resources in will probably thrive, like Liberty is, like?
But is Liberty thriving?
Wouldn't you say is the second year
fine.
FBS? I mean, I don't know. How long do you give them to thrive?
I think you look at what that 17,000 people at that game.
How big is Lynchburg, Virginia? I mean,
I think that's just what you expect. You have a university that's investing in it.
How many people are at a regular Mountain West game? I'm just asking.
It's the same thing.
Now, if they could play on that scale,
like it could work. It could be something that's very good for New Mexico State to just finally have that very regionalized conference, something to hang their hat on with football.
So let me ask you this.
But you just start tacking those things on, and you know what that does too? That makes it harder for that basketball program. That's a lot more games in the WAC. You're just like, what? Really?
Well, does it?
Yeah.
Is that worse than the WAC? I mean, is it easier or tougher to go to Houston?
It's going to be the same thing, but it's not. Like that basketball program has been very good. And
Well,
just
okay, but
Dixie
if
State-
that's the WAC, you're still going to have those other WAC schools. Yeah. You're still going to have those, so you'll be in a division in the WAC. Because if that's the case, I don't think the WAC's going to throw out Bakersfield and Seattle and all those other schools. So you're going to have non-playing football schools and football-playing schools in the WAC in this scenario. Now, I don't know if there's any validity to this at all. Okay, but in this scenario, the WAC would sponsor football, and not everybody would play. So you would still probably have the same or many of the same opponents in basketball. Whether that's good or bad, you go and decide. But does this have the potential? And again, I honestly know nothing about Tarleton State. You're telling me they play good football down there, right?
Yeah, they've been very competitive.
Sounds like Dixie State is giving the resources. Certainly, if Utah Valley does it, that would be a private school. Houston Baptist and Liberty private schools. If that was a league, could that be on par with the Sun Belt?
Yes. I know nothing.
Right.
Like it's just so easy to just say they're in Texas so they're going to be at football. Now they're stepping up different scholarship limits. They're going to be playing different games.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know either. But I'm listening. I mean, I don't know if it's viable or not. But if there's more and more whispers about it, I'm listening. I'm listening. Lars says, let's go ahead and make the big announcement on this award-winning OD. The game will now be known as the Lars New Mexico Bowl to be played on Christmas Day. You got me, Lars. All right, we're playing on Christmas Day, and it's your game. And you got to dress up as Santa Claus and greet everybody who walks in the door. All right? And you got to give them a free burrito.
Ooh, free burrito.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All right. Carl's in on instant feedback. On the California thing. He says, Jeff, let's just say a local lawyer offers a Lobo football recruit $50 a month for his likeness. What's to keep a bigger legal business in a richer city offering the same player $500 a month? Even in California, it's going to give schools like USC and Stanford in high-dollar areas bigger advantage over Bakersfield and Riverside. I hate this idea. Well, of course it is.
The players aren't going there anyway. Really think someone's going to Cal, whatever Tech is going to get lured away?
Yeah, I yes, you're right. The rich are going to be richer. Yes, the rich are going to pay more. So there's going to be, within California, there's going to be different scales, yeah. By the way, Jason said, to JJ's point, UMKC is leaving the WAC. Did you know that?
I think
where are they going? Where's UMKC?
I'm not. Where's
UMKC going? Do you know?
I don't know what they're doing. Now, I think football-wise, down the line, 5-6 years from now, that could work. It could be a landing spot, and then you could definitely start to build something. even you can show me the NC2A or Division II records and the quality basketball program that Tarleton State has had over the last 14 years. It doesn't matter who you are. You start saying Dixie State, Tarleton State, you name it. It's going to be tough. It's going to take time to get on board and to see how good they're going to be when everything steps up across the board.
Yeah. He said Chicago State never know if they're going to have a program, and Bakersfield's going to the Big West. Sounds like the WAC's breaking up again. Yeah. All right, got more. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in. It's an interesting idea.
Well, and I really think it's just college athletics, the topic across the board. What do y'all think that's changing that's not happening right now? Like in terms of maybe basketball is where you can be worried a little bit, but Lobo football, are they going to be losing a ton of recruits somewhere that they're having a recruiting battle with a Power 5 school?
What do you mean?
Like, everyone goes to these extreme examples like car dealerships, this and that, paying this for a booster, etc. At some point, there's going to be a limit, especially with a football team. Yeah, you might go all in on Tua, getting an investment, but that guy was going there anyway.
Okay.
And how does that work? Like, say if they use your image, if say you're the starting, whatever it is, and you're really good, and they use you on the billboard, like UNM. I mean, they're using you to make
UNM
to bring in tickets, to bring in money.
Right.
Is that considered your likeness?
Well, I would consider it your likeness, wouldn't you? That's pretty much your likeness. How else would you define one's likeness? It's the opening drive likeness. On 95.9 FM, you can watch our likenesses on ProView as well. We're on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game. Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters! It's like it never happened!
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith
Watch a lot of it. I was at peripheral in the background. I mean, did anybody really sit down and watch that game?
That mess.
Yeah. Did anybody? Did you watch the game? Like, did you sit down and watch the game? Unless you had fantasy implications. I'm glad I had already won.
I wasn't watching it intensely.
All right, that's kind of.
Were you doing laundry?
Looks like there's like a smoky haze or something.
Glare.
Is that what it is? A glare. Was I doing laundry? No. Last night, the boss is in town. Went down and met with the boss for a little bit. Last night. So I was on in the background.
Doing work?
Yeah, doing work. I was working, Josue.
Oh, okay.
That's right. The boss will be on at 9 o'clock. Clint Overby, the vice president of ESPN Events, is going to join us. The New Mexico Bowl announces a new title sponsor today. All right, so you asked me earlier who's the best 0-4 team. It was the Bengals, the Redskins, the Broncos, and the somebodies. Who was the other one? Bengals, Redskins, Broncos, and Dolphins. Who's the worst? And I know it's easy to say the Dolphins, I'm not certain after watching last weekend. I believe it's the Dolphins.
It's still the Dolphins.
Redskins are bad. The Bengals looked horrible.
I don't think this is a conversation that gets you anywhere, though.
It doesn't. It does, but there is a place I'm going with it because it's kind of where do you go now, right? And so if you're the Redskins, I'm kind of leaning to, are you done with the Case Keenum experiment? Are you're not tanking for Tua, but you can tank and trade that pick if you can get it. You've got Haskins, or at least you think you do. Do you let him go, even though everybody in that organization says he's not ready? You let him learn on the job, or do you destroy him?
And that we never know that, and it's another just cliche. Is he going to get destroyed? Is he going to get destroyed? Well, if that's the case, he wasn't any good to begin with. Like if you can't handle,
it's a fair question.
Defeat and the bumps in the road with struggling with a bad football team. But at least there's hope. They invested in a young quarterback, so there's belief they can develop something. There's not belief in Miami. There's not belief in Denver, and that's been the biggest hole is the quarterback position. It's just trying to do the same thing over and over. Paxton Lynch didn't work, so all of a sudden John Elway was like, I'm out at young quarterbacks. I'm just going to take my chances second, third round, see what happens. That franchise needs an injection of belief at the quarterback position. It's time to retool, restart. With Miami, they're telling you what they're doing. They're saying our rebuilding is starting next year.
Are they really telling us that?
How are they not? You just traded Laramie Tunsil.
They're showing you.
Pick. You just traded Minkah Fitzpatrick for a first-round pick. So they're saying going into next season with their draft capital, they're rebuilding that football team.
Yeah, they're showing you. I don't know if they're telling you. I think they say, well, no,
they're not saying it, but we're not stupid.
Right.
Like you trade away your starting left tackle. You trade away a first-round pick that was one of the best players on your defense.
Yeah. I think
you're
all that's
showing.
fair.
Okay, they're not telling us; they're showing us.
Yeah, I think because a lot of people show what they show you says a lot more than what they tell you, and you're right. But the Dolphins, the last 2 weeks at least, look competitive to me.
You can be bad and compete.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Bengals competed their first 2 games.
All right, so that's but
coming off a game last night.
So to your point, we know the path for the Dolphins. That's kind of where I was going with this. So what do you do if you're the Redskins?
First off, you got to figure out if Jay Gruden's going to be the coach of Dwayne Haskins moving forward.
I think we all think not, right?
So this year's going to be a mess. And you just keep your fingers crossed that Dwayne Haskins can handle it, and whoever comes in can start building something with him as a focal point of that offense.
Well, I wonder how much you let him go out there. So have they said, is he starting this week?
There hasn't been an official announcement that I've seen of who's starting for Washington. But if you look at Cincinnati and Denver, they were teams that just felt, hey, we can compete with the veteran quarterback. Cincinnati, new offense. Let's get it moving, get a little of that Sean McVay flavor, and they're just not good.
All right. Month in, man, and you're spinning. You're trying to figure it out. All right, when we come back, the New Mexico Bowl is going to announce a new title sponsor. Today, the Bulls owned and operated by ESPN Events. The vice president for ESPN Events, Clint Overby, is in town. He's going to be with us when we come back. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and the Golden Hose are on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal, and Jason is producing for you on the visual medium on ProView Networks.
Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Bears quarterback Mitch Trubisky will not need surgery for his dislocated non-throwing shoulder. However, he's doubtful to play against the Raiders in London this week. Expect Chase Daniel to get the start in his place. One player who we know won't be suiting up in London, Raiders linebacker Vontaze Burfict. Burfict suspended for the rest of the season after being ejected from Sunday's win over the Colts for an illegal hit on Jack Doyle. It is the latest in a series of illegal hits and personal fouls over the course of his career. The last game of Week 4 saw the Steelers get their first win of the season. Mason Rudolph threw for a tidy 229 yards while James Conner had 125 scrimmage yards, including a 21-yard receiving touchdown. Steelers now showing some life at 1-3, while the Bengals fall to 0-4. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
You might be beating me on this bracket, but in the game of life, Carlisle, I got it all.
The game of life.
I've already walked off the field, I've showered, and I'm home in bed.
Weekdays at 3, The Sports Animal.
You've been hurt at work and you're having a tough time recovering. Did you know medical marijuana might be an option? In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. That's Fogel Law Firm. They'll work with your insurance company to get you what you're entitled to under the law. Personal injury lawyers don't have expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts for a free consultation at the Fogel Law Firm, 255-9092 or FOGEL-lawfirm.com.
You wouldn't settle when shopping for a home. Don't settle when shopping for your mortgage. If you've received a quote you aren't happy with, you don't need to go out of state for a second opinion. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is New Mexico's premier mortgage lender, offering more mortgage programs than any other local lender. And with Kirtland FCU, you'll never have to send a payment out of state. We're your local home loan lender. Head to kirtlandfcu.org/home loan and compare for yourself. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life. An equal housing lender. Approval based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See your representative for complete details.
Capital One presents a 30-second audio tour of Ireland. Sheep, fairies, golf, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know you can actually go there when you use the Capital One Venture Card. You earn unlimited double miles on every dollar you spend on every purchase, which means you'll have plenty of miles to actually travel to Ireland. The Capital One Venture Card. What's in your wallet?
Capital One Bank USA, N.A.
And now, a page from the Diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, I got the brush off again. I don't get it. Is there something wrong with the way I wave? Elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist. Why won't that little basset hound acknowledge me? I'm friendly. I give everyone peace of mind when I protect their homes through Progressive. He should be jumping for joy when I walk by.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
Maybe it's me. No, it's him.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Panera has new breakfast wraps. And yeah, they're an easy on-the-go start to your day. But these are no microwave and go wraps. These are slow-smoked Chipotle chicken, egg, and avocado go-getters. They're maple bacon, eggy smoked Gouda bundles of portable bliss. And they all pair perfectly with our new cold brews. All this can be yours in an instant with rapid pickup. For breakfast that's fast, not fast food. Panera. Food as it should be.
Now that you can get your favorite Chili's 3 for $10 meals delivered, anywhere can be your own personal Chili's. So?
Hi, welcome to my house.
Welcome to the meat lovers section of my in-laws' vegan barbecue. Burgers, finally.
Welcome to my therapist's office, where it's okay to eat your feelings. And quesadillas.
Welcome to Chili's Delivery. Order online at chili's.com/delivery and get all your favorite 3 for $10 meals, like Cajun chicken pasta, delivered right to you wherever you are. At participating restaurants only. 3 for $10 not available via third-party platforms. Delivery fees apply.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
It's a big day for us. New Mexico Bowl is going to announce a new title sponsor. This afternoon at 1:30 down at the Aperture Center. Certainly, we're very, very fortunate. For 7 years, Gildan was a great title sponsor from 2011 through 17. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buckhoser, and Jason's producing over on the visual medium on the ProView Networks. I think most of you know the New Mexico Bowl is owned and operated by ESPN Events. ESPN Events owns 16 bowl games. I think 12 basketball events, multi-team basketball events, some of which New Mexico, and I believe, I know New Mexico State has played in as well. The vice president of ESPN Events is in town. Clint Overby joins us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good morning, Clint. How you living?
Good morning, Jeff. Always enjoy being here in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
No, it's good to have you. In full disclosure, and Clint is my direct report. He's my boss at ESPN, and he's been an advocate of our game. And Clint, there were 5 of us sitting in a room back in late January of 2006, and we thought about a bowl game in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And there were a few of us who really believed we'd be here going on 14 years later. And just your perspective, I know people hear me talk about the bowl game a lot here, and it's a biased view, certainly, and yours might be as well, but it's a different biased view. 14 years later, is it what you thought it would be? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it still standing when you thought maybe it wouldn't be?
Well, first of all, it's been a great ride to be able to come out here to New Mexico on an annual basis and see this game grow. And we've had a lot of fun games over the years. For the most part, it's served as a kickoff to the college football bowl season, which, Jeff, as you know, serves as 2 of the highest-rated weeks on ESPN's network. So for this game to really have a staple in the college football postseason landscape, it's been fun to watch, and it's been fun to have the partners we've had through the years be a part of this game. So to have a true community event, one that really sits out in the New Mexico/Albuquerque landscape on an annual basis, it's really achieved all the goals we thought it would, and we're proud of it.
We own 16 games, and there's title sponsors that have been there for a long run, some others. I try to give people perspective. In the 7 years that Gildan was the title sponsor of the game here, they became the 8th longest running title sponsor in the bowl business, which I think speaks to the fluidity of it. The fact that we're announcing a new title today, I think it's going to be an exciting partnership. You know how difficult it is, and you know what it means. From your perspective, college football bowl games and the importance of having partners like this.
Well, I think they're part of the DNA of the bowl system, right? And certainly you're looking for title sponsors that share the vision of the game, share the community aspect of the game, ones that can be linked with you in your priorities. And I think we've been very fortunate on our side at all of our games to have that through the years. And I think Gildan was a great example of that. They were totally locked in with what they did, with what we did here in the marketplace, and they're part of the Balloon Fiesta. They came out during different times of the year. They marketed here. They viewed this as a critical area for them to market to. So I think having a partner like that and going forward, I think the partner we're going to have is going to be like that as well. It serves the greater needs of the bowls, and we've been very fortunate through the years to have that at all of our bowls. We're always fortunate to get 3 to 4 years out of a bowl title sponsor because inevitably strategies change, people change, whatever. We've been very fortunate to have that through the years. We've had decent continuity.
Clint Overby is the vice president of ESPN Events. He's with us. Clint, the value for the title sponsor, I think we've been able to really show too. And I tell people the story of Gildan over the 7 years. They went from a brand that you probably recognized but didn't know if it was a paint or a T-shirt or whatever it was, to third in their space in underwear and T-shirts behind Fruit of the Loom and Hanes, past Jockey in a number of places. And they were very open in their praises of their partnership with ESPN Events and what that did for them, and anchored by the bowl sponsorship.
Yeah, bowl entitlements are really efficient ways to get your name out there and really make a splash, especially in terms of, you're talking about national dollars that companies spend on an annual basis that are huge numbers, right? So the bowl system actually operates in a pretty efficient way for companies to get their name out there, market, and be aligned with something that's got a very broad reach on an annual basis. So the value exchange for a title sponsor is really positive, and we've seen that time and time again with our valuation reports.
Now, Clint, one of the big things about ESPN Events as well on the college basketball side is the exempt tournaments that have been out there. Now they're all over the place. It's become a huge part of non-conference scheduling for college basketball. Is that something that you guys ever envisioned? And the rise of these events, how do you think it has affected college basketball?
Well, I think it's been a huge positive effect for the sport. It's really, if you go back and look at how teams are evaluated in the postseason, right, for NCAA selections, those early season matchups matter, right? And to be able to have high quality tournaments on neutral floors with high level officials, you get a great look at your team early. You know, you play some great competition, and then you get something to evaluate yourself in later in the year. Because once your conference play starts, you're playing effectively the same people. But to be able to play those strong, you know, intersectional games or intersectional matchups, you know, really give you a great barometer for what your team's going to be from a postseason standpoint. And again, we've seen the NCAA tournament committee use the early season tournaments as justification for why they make certain selections and certain rankings.
Clint Overby is the vice president of ESPN Events. He's in town and with us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline.
Now, Clint, as we're seeing everything evolve, especially the day and age in which people consume entertainment, sports, and other things, it's the rise of the digital age. What is still the value of live sports to the marketplace?
Well, live sports continues to be a great unifier, right? You know, people want to consume sports live. They want to consume it with people, you know, other people, you know, other fans. You know, in terms of, you know, being able to still go to events, people still like being at events. So I think, you know, from an ESPN events perspective, we satisfy the very basic need of ESPN's mission, which is to serve, you know, sports fans at all levels. And, you know, we're letting them consume it live, you know, in person, on their phone, or on, you know, linear television. So from that standpoint, we feel like we serve the mission very, very well, and that continues to be a great unifying factor for many fans, right? So we're very proud of that, you know, that opportunity that we have.
Clint, the growth of what ESPN Events has done over the years, the amount of events that we produce and we put on an annual basis has grown. And I know you hear it, and I hear it, the conversation about the bowl system. Are there too many? And my argument is there's not too many because, A, people are watching the games, and B, who are you to tell these student athletes that they don't deserve this opportunity and this party? And I've watched it firsthand over the last 13 years. These young men, the look on their faces, the fans who come to our town, and the communities who put these on, the benefit that they get. Who are you to tell them not to have that? If you don't like it, don't watch. But people are watching, and I don't understand the argument that, to me, there is no negative, and if you don't like it, just don't watch the game.
Yeah, I think people have the right to vote with their remotes there, or vote with their discretionary time. I agree with you, Jeff, 100%. You know, for the student athletes that participate, the teams that go, the fans that watch, it's still a valuable experience for them, especially in the communities in which we stage these events in. You know, usually staging at times of year when most of these communities don't have a lot of convention business or a lot of tourism business going on. So to be able to showcase the communities, right, number one, you know, is a huge benefit for the entirety of the system. You know, but to your point, which I think is probably the most important part, for a lot of these kids to play their last football game, you know, with their, you know, fellow seniors on the same field and play for something where they can go off with a win, that's unique to the sport. And so to your point, I don't get why it's been such a bone of discussion over the years. To your point, if you don't want to watch, don't watch. But I feel like the value exchange for the fan and for the player is tremendous. And the support doesn't support, or excuse me, the argument isn't supported by the empirical evidence. Empirical evidence is very much in favor of the bowl system, very much in favor of people watching, very much in favor of people participating. So, again, it's in great shape, and we continue to see great results out of it.
Yeah, I always ask, you know, who are we doing this for, right? Are we doing it for the guy who calls a sports talk radio show and screams and yells that the playoffs should be however many teams they want it to be, and it's so easy? Or are we doing it for the student athletes and the coaches? You don't hear a lot of the coaches and the people that are in the game screaming for more. And you've been to enough of these games, and I've done 13 of them. And I remember every one of those trophy ceremonies. Don't tell me these games at our level don't mean anything when you see these student athletes and these coaches coming off the field, both on the losing side and the winning side. I've seen the emotion. I've seen it raw, and you don't make that stuff up.
No, Jeff, and I go back to a story that was very meaningful to me. You know, I was able to make the in-person invite to Army West Point several years ago. It was their first bowl invitation in years. And to be able to go there and sit down with their coaching staff, their administration, of course, the kids, and make that invite on behalf of, at the time, the Armed Forces Bowl, you'd have thought we were sending those kids to the national championship game. So, yeah, to your point, it's very important to those who participate in and those who get that opportunity. So, it is very meaningful at all levels.
Yep. Markets, and we're in a lot of different markets. And when we took a shot on this market, you know, in 2006, I know we had the conversation then. We saw a lot of potential here. How is this market When you look overall as markets in which we do business and understanding the economy, and look, we know it's not a lot of other places, do you still see a lot of potential here? I know, and I try to tell people all the time, ESPN is still committed to this market. And again, Clint, they hear my voice, but to hear somebody from you explain why this market's important, I think is important to our audience.
Well, yeah, and listen, Albuquerque was a great strategic market for us when it began because there was a need for Western games. If you look at the kind of the geographic map of the spread of colleges and universities, it gets more and more diverse as you go west in terms of diversity of geography. So the ability to have a front-range game in Albuquerque, with the amenities you have here is meaningful for us and helps us stage a quality event. Of course, I have to brag on you and your staff. We've done a great job making it valuable for the people who come in. So from an ESPN events perspective, it was a great strategic tentpole for us in the West to have another game that we could bring Western teams to. And you guys made it valuable by putting on and staging a great event.
We're going to put on a new name today. We're going to put a new logo on it today and a new name on it. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. Thanks for coming to town and making this something that was important on a schedule that I know is incredibly busy for you. It's great to have you in town. Thank you for your support of our event and of me. I'll see you later today.
Thank you, Jeff. See you guys.
See you. He is Clint Overby.
Bye.
He is the vice president of ESPN events. And I again, full disclosure, that's my boss. But it's a guy who gets it and has his hands in everything that ESPN Events does, and I think it was important, you guys. You hear my voice all the time, right? That guy's above me. He makes a lot of decisions, and this market is working and it's right, and ESPN's committed to this event in this town. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it. Lobo Talk.
I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Wealth management. That's just retirement, right? Nope. Babies or college or retirement, Kirtland Financial Services is here to help you prepare for whatever's in your future, whether that future is 4 years away or 40 years away. And your no-obligation consultation is absolutely free. Get started today at kirtlandfcu.org/invest. Kirtland Financial Services. See the whole picture.
Securities and financial planning offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates, not credit union guaranteed.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world famous Hooters girls.
There's only one place to go for more football fun.
Play Football Frenzy at Isleta Resort and Casino.
Score a touchdown and your team wins up to $5,000.
Football Frenzy now through October 27th at Isleta Resort and Casino.
At Roto-Rooter, we know you expect things to be right. Water faucets should flow. Toilets should flush. Drains should drain. But when the water isn't flowing, the toilets aren't flushing, and the drains aren't draining, call Roto-Rooter, and we will make things right.
Guys, if you could feel better, wouldn't you? The better question is, if you could feel better, why would you not? Of course you would, and you can with NuMale. It's Jeff Symbieta, and NuMale has helped guys all over the country. Guys who are lacking energy, dealing with hair loss, low T, and erectile dysfunction. All things that are natural as men reach a certain age is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, the only thing to be ashamed of is if you don't do anything about it. Call NuMale at 652-1688 and feel better. NuMale offers cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments, which have benefited guys everywhere. Guys like you who are done feeling fatigued, done feeling a lack of energy, done dealing with erectile dysfunction. Call NuMale. 652-1688. NuMale is right here in Albuquerque and has a tremendous success rate. If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, tired of being tired, and just want to feel better, New Mail is for you. Call New Mail at 652-1688, 652-1688, and feel better.
Fall is finally here, and Albuquerque's got a lot of fall events to offer. Oh, can you smell that green chili roasting? I wish I could find it, but I'm kind of stuck inside the Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm. The Amazing Maze Maze is what they call it, and it's got nearly 4 miles of paths to get lost in. The Maze Maze is the best family fun in town, or intensely frustrating, depending on how you look at it. See, we've had the weekend of October 11th circled for months so we could get back to the Maze Maze this year. Plus, they're even going to have special events like a music festival, pumpkin painting, and interactive art installations. Plus, if you like doing it in the dark, they've got the Spooky Night Maze. So if you and your family are looking for something fun to do this fall, come get lost with us at The Amazing Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm. You won't find a sweet deal better than this. 4 tickets to the The Amazing Maze Maze at Rio Grande Community Farm for just $20.
Go to sportsanimalaBQ.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. We know you'll be saying sweet.
Honey, have you seen the kids? Julie, 7, where are you? I love the Maze Maze so much.
It's not about the credit card. It's about experiencing that first flight. It's not about the auto loan. It's about your son's first car. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, it's not about banking or loans. It's about people. It's about making managing your finances easy so you can spend your time on more important things. Start your journey today at kirtlandfcu.org. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Approval and rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility required. See a representative for complete details.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
Down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Wherever we go, there's potential danger. We're reminded all the time. Places like churches and theaters and events, they all need to provide security for the people who attend. International Protective Service is a security company providing security officers trained to handle dangerous situations, and they need help. Right now, IPS is looking for off-duty or retired law enforcement officers to fill in the gaps. They've got immediate openings, and depending on experience, you're starting new hires at $25 an hour. If you have experience and training, your community needs you. Call them at 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. You can have a role in making New Mexico safe and giving people peace of mind. The bad guys are lurking. Be part of the team that stops them from ruining our favorite places. Call IPS at 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. It's the opening drive. Jeff JJ, the Golden Hoser, and the Golden Jason. He's working his butt off over there. 2460610. All right.
Welcome to Golden Status, my friend.
I'm glad to get to meet Clint a little bit and just thank you for doing that. I think it's important. I know you guys hear me say it all the time, and I just wanted you to hear another voice on it. Rod says too many bowls. Whatever happened to bowls being a reward for having an outstanding season? 6-6 is not an outstanding season. 7-5 is not an outstanding season in most cases. A lot of these games have just become a way for the worldwide leader to provide cheap original programming a time of year where they would have trouble filling broadcast schedule otherwise. And my answer to you is what I just said. Then don't watch. I bet you do. As you heard Clint tell you, and I've told you, it's ESPN's 2 highest rated weeks of the year. People watch. And if part of that's true, and it's good for the economy in your community, and those student athletes are having an experience. Again, Rod, if you don't like it, don't watch. But I'm not sure what gives you that I don't know, inkling, right, power, not power, to say that they shouldn't have it. Again, like what did Clint say? You got the right to vote with your remote, right? So, all right. NMSU equals Broncos. JJ Bruce wants to know who wins first, Fearless Dougie's guys or your Pumpkins?
Well, I'd go to Mexico State because they play a day before Broncos do.
So you think they both win this week?
Well, I'd give New Mexico State the chance.
I think he would be going on week. So which week?
Play the day before.
All right. Who the Broncos play this week? Somebody?
A team. The Chargers.
They play the Chargers. And the Aggies play Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like? Go Aggies. You already said it. All right.
Going Aggies.
All right, fair enough. Omar says, can you see why Omar's so concerned, Jeff? 18 months ago, Kirk Cousins and Casey Kasem were the market-defining quarterbacks, and their squads threw a bunch of money at them. Now those contracts are albatrosses around the club's necks. That's why I'm not so sure Coach Jones should go all in with Dak. Ooh.
It's not the contract, it's the player. They're still the same quarterbacks they were before they got paid.
They're just not performing as well?
So, y'all really think Dak Prescott is that bad? Have fun moving on next year.
Without him. Brian, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. How you living, Brian?
I'm living good. Hey, I just wanted to call and thank you for having the foresight for having the New Mexico Bowl here.
Well, that's nice, Brian. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
I have had a fantastic time for all 6 years that I have got, my dad and I. It's something we look forward to every year. You know, people are constantly saying, wow, there's so much to do out in Phoenix or Denver or Dallas. They've got PGA tournaments. They got, you know, Grand Prix racing. This is our big event, that and the Balloon Fiesta. And I don't know why we got so many naysayers. I just wish they'd keep their mouth shut and sit in their corners. It's a great event, Jeff, and I'm looking forward to it again this year.
I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, Brian, and I'm glad you have fun, and thank you for the call. The goal of this event, was to have an event. And I'm smart enough, well, not smart enough, I'm not new, to know that we can't rely on matchup, right? You go out there, that's your day. You don't, you go as a fan. You go sit in those.
It's nice. It helps you get that passion back for sitting here. And I get it. We get to talk sports every day, but they can become a grinder. Like, oh, here we go again. Oh, we got to go over this again. It's a nice moment to sit back, see it from the other side sometimes. Get that perspective of why are people listening to this? Why do people love sport so much? And it is a moment that helps me reset. And I will say, I was a fan before I knew you. Like, I was going to the game when I first met you. Like, not just because I know you, I work with you, but I remember going to the Mexico Bowl when they're playing San Jose State and all those years. And now it just happened to be great friends with you. So it wasn't a thing of I'm just sitting here spouting off, because we've gone back and forth. Yeah. And we've both shared our feelings about bowls. While I don't think there's too many bowls, I think at times people like to use the bowl system as a crutch to why there can't be expanded playoffs.
I appreciate that. The whole goal here was to make it an event like the Balloon Fiesta, right? That you're going to go out and it's grown gradually. And there's a lot of people like Brian. I've got friends who their kids have been to every bowl. Addie's been to every bowl game. It's supposed to be an event on that hopefully third Saturday of December, where you go out on a beautiful day and celebrate. And sometimes it's kind of cool when your home team's not playing, because all right, you pick a side, but you're not too bummed if they lose, and you're not over the top. And you go out, and we've had great games. We've had great events, and you watch fans from other places, and you learn their cheers. And you go out. Our tailgate's pretty good. Our pregame festivities are pretty fun, and people make it an annual party. Maybe you do your holiday party for your company around the event. But what it's become, and I've told you this, I'm proud of it, and it validates when you watch those student athletes enjoy themselves. And when like I asked Clint, who are we doing this for?
Yeah. No one's hanging a national championship.
No, that's right.
Like everyone understands what it is. It's an event with a bonus for football team at the end of the season. But what people also need to understand is realize how big a brand Gildan was and is now. And this new title sponsor coming in, that tells you a whole lot about the feelings about this specific bowl. We're not sitting here going, you're the what cherry bowl now? Oh, you're the weed whacker bowl? Like, that says a lot about this bowl game as well.
I'll tell you that, and Clint mentioned the reason that they're fluid. I mean, we had a 7-year run with Gildan. And people changed. I'm going to tell you, if the people didn't change, they probably would have been still here. They saw the benefits out of it, and it works, man. That's why this business is thriving. And so to Rod's point, was it Rod? Is it just for programming? No, it's not just for programming. It fills programming. I mean, is that something that? Yeah, it's good programming, by the way. Really good programming. I don't know how cheap it is, but it's good programming, and it's great experience. And by the way, it has pumped tangible millions of dollars into this community over the last 13 years. It is inarguable that thousands, tens of thousands of people have come to Albuquerque in New Mexico only because of that game. They wouldn't have been here otherwise. They came whether they drove by car from the north and stopped in Raton and Santa Fe on the way down, or if they came in from Texas and stopped in Santa Rosa or Tucumcari, right? Or if they came up from El Paso and stopped in Socorro and gassed up and had lunch, or they came over from Arizona, right? All of them. We've had all coming in from everywhere. It's inarguable that they fill hotels on the slowest tourism week of the year. So again, Rod, to your point, if there's too many for you, then don't watch, man. Watch what you like. Hoser, what's my saying? Be you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you?
You don't want to watch? Find yourself.
Not going to tell you how to do it.
Find yourself whatever it is that makes you happy, a Three's Company rerun or a basketball game or a soccer game or the news or whatever it is, man. Good Lord invented the remote control. But I'm going to tell you that for these communities, and this community in particular, it's inarguable what it's done for our community.
Yeah.
It has put us on a map. I was just looking at a map on the ESPN events page and the places where ESPN events are. And look at there's Seattle and there's LA and there's Vegas and Miami and and Albuquerque, New Mexico and Dallas and Houston and Boston and New York. Right? We're on that map. When I sit in that room every April with the executive directors from we're in that room. Albuquerque, New Mexico is in that room. So again, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
And to your point about it bringing money in, I remember we had a company dinner during that time, and you had your bowl game early in the year, and we saw a lot of jerseys. I don't remember the team, but man, it was buzzing. It was like a nice feel. Like, hey, we're all out doing things, enjoying. Look, you could tell the fans enjoyed the game, and now they were just getting something to eat before they head home or spend the night again. It was just a great feeling.
Go look at the retail stores during that week. It's the week before Christmas, and people are shopping. I remember after the Marshall game, and there was I was there a Sunday morning, and a lobby full of the ladies, and they're like, nope, we didn't take the charter home. We're flying later. We're going shopping. I heard Nob Hill has great stores. There were like 8 of them, and the guys were just going, oh, God, here's my credit card. They're just looking for the bar to watch football. And the ladies went shopping and spent a bunch of money. It's just what it is. So is it part of a community event? Is it an economic driver? I'm not even going to tell you it's part of an economic driver. The motivation behind getting this thing started was to help the economy in this town and help tourism. And yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to hide from that. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of what it's done. 505-246-0610. It's the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Come on in and play radio with us. We've got a few more segments we can get you through. We'll talk about the NFL. We can get more into the Vontaze Burfict thing if you want. Nationals and Brewers tonight. We really haven't talked a whole lot about the California law, but we can if you want to do that as well. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Mike.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989.
Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6-star online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy.
Their wide receiver, Tyler Boyd. Yeah, they kind of did. 27-3. We got embarrassed straight like that. It sucks. That was the direct quote from Tyler Boyd. What was last week? Emmanuel Sanders, we're living in a world of suck. Wasn't that his quote?
Good quote.
0-4 receivers who wear orange for 200, please.
Those are sneaky, great uniforms. The
Bengals
Bengals road jerseys.
They're decent. Yeah.
With
okay.
The white and black combo.
Yeah.
Not over the top, and then the classic orange helmets with the Bengal stripes.
Ooh, classic.
Well, there you go. You got something nice to say
Well,
about
we're
them.
into fashion today.
Yeah, we are. You got something nice to say about the Bengals, see? I mean, instead of everybody just ripping on them and oh, they're not very good. He had something. He's kind, loving, caring, and sharing. See where he's going with that?
Hey, way to go, JJ.
Yeah, I appreciate that. 2460610. Good morning, Ray. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Jeff. I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm not going to get too carried away about last night's win. I think the Bengals. I think they could go like 1-15 or something. It could be that bad. But that having been said, the Steelers offensive coordinator got with the program during the week and figured out a way to take some of the pressure off Mason Rudolph and make him comfortable. And the kid responded. He executed the game plan beautifully. Again, I don't want to get too carried away because the Bengals, the left side of their offensive line is just horrible. But it was nice to see the 8 sacks. I'll take that anytime. Moving on to the next thing, the New Mexico Bowl. Jeff, I want to thank you and your staff for bringing this city and this state a beautiful event. Thank you so much. It's something we can now hang our hat on as being festive and fun and important to the community. So Thanks for that. Lastly, do our Lobos have an upset in them Friday night? I'm sure hoping so.
What's the spread?
I think they
Is that
have
an
it in them. A lot of things have to come together, and I'm sure hoping they will.
Appreciate that. And Ray, thank you. I don't know what the spread. I think they can win this game. I think they can win. I think they can run the ball against San Jose State. San Jose State really struggled now. It was a triple option run last week. And there's part of me that wants to buy in a little bit to them stopping somebody. They give up 17 points. I believe Liberty's offense is better than San Jose State's, but we're going to find. Yeah, is there an upset in them? I think there can be. And Ray, thank you for the kind words. It means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate it.
San Jose -7.
See you, Ray. San Jose State -7?
If I'm reading it right.
No, I'm sure you are.
Okay.
I'm sure. Do you have a feel on this game yet?
New Mexico can win this game, and it's not a dramatic upset. A touchdown feels like a big number, but it's not. It's just one score.
Right.
That's a close game still when you're talking about 7 points, and everyone gets, it's like 3.5, 4. They're thinking it's going to be a one-possession game. So it wouldn't be like a wow upset. It'd be a good road win for the football team, and they absolutely can compete with San Jose State.
Yeah, I think so too. You more concerned about San Jose State's offense or defense? Like
offense.
Yeah, I think so too. Right.
That passing game. Yeah, they were shut down. They struggled against Air Force, and you can look at the 4 turnover on downs, twice inside the 10. I like the aggressiveness, but that's a team with Trey Walker. It'll be his 3rd game back. He's already their leading wide receiver. Josh Love, their quarterback, has been good, and that's where they're going to try to attack the Lobos, is in that secondary, pushing the football downfield.
They
and Liberty has a really good combination. Gandy Golden, Buckshot Calvert.
Right.
Calvert's not an NFL guy. You're going to hear that from Bob Davie. You're going to hear that from Doug Martin. He's a good college quarterback. So look at both teams this weekend with chances against good offenses, but also teams that shouldn't overwhelm them.
Okay. I think all that's fair. San Jose State was a few conversions away from really being in that game, right? 4th down conversions, 4th and short conversions. That's what makes me nervous a little bit. I watched San Jose State play Arkansas. They moved the ball, man, and they were physical. They didn't back down. Like they were impressive to me. Now, what does that mean? I mean, they didn't get it done against Air Force, but they were impressive to me. We'll see. We'll see. 2460610 888-922-0610. You can email Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com.
And that's why I think it's a very similar style of opponent, quarterback offense that the Lobos are going to see from San Jose State that they saw from Liberty.
I think that's probably right. Yep. All right, we'll wrap it up when we come back. One more segment for you. Hey, mortgages and home loans can be complicated, but you can take the mystery out of home buying with Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Head to their website. You can find blog articles about how to get mortgage ready and learn about the available mortgage programs. Kirtland Federal Credit Union also offers seminars, so you can gain firsthand knowledge of the process, and you can meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union's home loan team. Be sure, listen to this. Make sure you check this out. Their next Home and Brew event. They host these at local breweries. Home and Brew events invite you to drop by after work, have a beer, and get a fun look at the mortgage process. Ask your questions, meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team, and take home some fun goodies. To find out the next Home and Brew event, head to their website at kirtlandfcu.org/events. That's kirtlandfcu.org/events. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They're more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Boomer Esiason with the Sports Minute. The final regular season numbers are in, and according to sportsbusiness.com, Major League Baseball suffered its worst attendance in 16 years. Total attendance was 68,490,000, which is down 1.7% from last season, and it's the 6th decline in 7 years. Stadium attendance is down a whopping 14% from its height in 2007. There are many theories behind this dip. The simplest is that not only are games longer, yet less action-packed than ever before, but there's also a huge competitive imbalance. While this month's focus will be on the 10 playoff teams, there were also 10 teams that lost at least 90 games. Nonetheless, baseball with its payroll-slashing spree experienced record revenues, and that major disconnect from the ballpark realities may ultimately come back to bite this game in the you-know-where. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Napa know-how. This October, it's no trick. A 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil is just $26.99. Plus, get a treat, a $10 Visa gift card. Because the only thing spookier than ghouls and ghosts is engine sludge. That's Mobil 1 5-quart jugs for $26.99 plus $10 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. 30% of Americans who are planning home improvements of $5,000 or more will pay for those renovations with a high-interest credit card. That may not be a great idea. A better idea may be to take cash out of your home with a Quicken Loans 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.08%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate subject to change. Pay 1.25% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
4K a Day is back. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a Day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Take a good look around your office. Chances are it could use a little rearranging. Maybe a new chair here or there, a few new desks, maybe a file cabinet or two. Or wait a minute, let's just trash the whole thing and start all over again. There you go. That's thinking big. And at Albuquerque Office Systems, you can make it happen. I mean, you can call Albuquerque Office Systems at 345-2824 and have Jason Bowder or any associate come evaluate your office for new or remanufactured modular office cubicles, as well as all office furniture. Or you could just go to their website, aosabq.com, and start from scratch. That's aosabq.com. You know, it's been said that new office equipment can increase productivity by 20%. Imagine that. So for a more productive working environment for your employees, visit aosabq.com or call 345-2824. That's aosabq.com or 345-2824. Albuquerque Office Systems. Do your part. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice-cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice-cold beer. And who doesn't love the world-famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world-famous Hooters girls.
It's not about the credit card. It's about experiencing that first flight. It's not about the auto loan. It's about your son's first car. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, it's not about banking or loans. It's about people. It's about making managing your finances easy so you can spend your time on more important things. Start your journey today at kirtlandfcu.org. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Approval and rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility required. See a representative for complete details.
This is what Flo from Progressive sounds like in one of our many hilarious commercials.
Hi! Did you know that you can get a quote on your motorcycle insurance in under 3 minutes at Progressive.com? And did you know that saying hi makes even bad news sound good? Hi! You have high cholesterol! Hi! You're fine!
And this is what that same commercial sounds like on your motorcycle.
Hi! There's no more pain!
Yeah, even our commercials sound better on a bike. And with basic policy starting at $75 a year, Progressive helps keep you on yours. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Right now at VisionWorks, when you buy one complete pair of glasses, you get a second free. That means you could get a pair of glasses and a free pair of prescription sunglasses. So you don't have to do the thing where you wear your glasses under your sunglasses when you drive. Or you can get a pair of glasses and a free second pair with different frames. Or a free backup pair. Or maybe another scenario we didn't think of. No matter what, when you buy one pair of glasses, you get one free at VisionWorks. VisionWorks. See the difference. Offer expires 10/24. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
Let's be real. Most smokers aren't looking for some overcomplicated vaping machine. That's why we created MyBlue. MyBlue is simple. Our pre-filled liquid pods mean there's no mess. One charge and MyBlue lasts all day. And with our range of flavors and nicotine options, you have a choice. MyBlue answers on what matters for smokers. Real nicotine satisfaction. And right now, try MyBlue for $1 at select retailers or myblue.com.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You get the baseball tonight. Basing ball. I don't even know what that is. I honestly, I have no idea.
I'd like to break some news to everybody.
Please do.
Remember the Allsup's burrito shortage?
There was a shortage?
Was there a shortage?
Yeah. There was a couple weeks, couldn't get burritos.
That's a huge issue. Did the state shut down?
It was all a build-up because New Mexico was going to be brought to you by Allsup's burritos.
Yeah,
Or maybe the
wanted
taco
to
sauce.
build the drama.
And people don't know if that's true or not.
The
The
sauce
Allsup's
is what
burrito
makes a
bowl.
burrito.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. The sauce is that like the Taco Bell sauce?
Oh yeah, man! Like
is that
give me
what
some
makes the
sauce.
Dude, I can't, honestly nothing against Allsup's burritos. I hear they're wonderful. I think they're great. I don't think I've had one in 20 years.
Well, you're
Does that make me non-New Mexican? Now I eat a heck of a lot of breakfast burritos.
Because you eat better burritos.
I'm just saying, nothing against Allsup's.
No, hey.
But now I might have to
Eat what you
start
like,
since
you know,
they're,
I'm not
you know,
gonna
if they're
tell
a
you
new
what to
title
do,
sponsor. If that in
Really
fact is the
start
case,
enjoying them.
I should start enjoying them. You like them?
I like them.
What's your favorite kind? Like what,
Just the bean burrito.
just a straight bean burrito.
Mm-hmm.
What are they, like 98 cents or something?
I don't know, but you can get a combo with a 32-ounce soda.
Damn, for like what,
For
99
like,
cents?
I don't know, $3. Not quite 99. You know, got to pace yourself.
You
with
got to pay
those,
for extra for the sauce?
No.
No, they give you the sauce? Like a
Yeah,
little
there's
packet?
always and then you keep it for the next.
Is
guy,
it like
'cause you
picante?
always have extra?
Is
for
it like
sure.
picante sauce or what is it? Like
No,
that?
it's a unique blend, almost like a tapatio sauce, almost like a buffalo sauce. As
So
far
is
as
it more,
the texture,
it's more Texas
but,
than it is New Mexico?
No, I say it's very New Mexican. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
It's
Tapatio.
unique to this state because
What is
before
that?
I came to this state, I was like, "What the heck is an Allsup's?" You know what I'm saying? Like, where y'all going?
Allsup's.
I used to go to the town and country,
Yeah.
and now I go to the
Yeah.
Allsup's.
All right. When's the last time you had an Allsup's burrito?
I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, I think it's been 20 years, man. I'm not gonna lie. Jason, you grabbing those? Yeah. You do Allsup's burritos?
I do all subs, but I also do corn dogs.
Really? So what's your
Ooh.
favorite? Like, is there is there only one kind?
You just let it up to them. I think there's like green or red.
And it's just beans?
I mean, don't ask questions. You just
You just eat it. You don't know what's in it. You
As
don't
long
want to
as-
know.
as long as it's fried.
You're just hungry.
I wish you would have seen his face too. It's like I don't want to know.
Like,
it.
I look
Don't
like I
ask.
care. I'm just
Shut
hungry,
up, man. I'm hungry, and Allsup's
It
is
tastes
there.
good.
And I'm in
Gotta
Jow.
be here, then I gotta go to Provia. I just need to eat.
And I gotta go set up a game in Eunice.
Yeah, so there's lots
I
of
don't have a lot of
Allsup's through there,
options,
for
man.
sure.
And I gotta go to Jow. And I'm gonna be in Roy. And I'm gonna go see his brother Cliff. That's where it all is.
Actually, the New Mexico is just gonna leave it open.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be the spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, remember when there were like
Open for
7 chicken
everybody.
sponsors in the bowl business at one point? There was like
The
Popeyes and
They'll be like, what
Zaxby's
spicy
and-
chicken sandwich is it? What one do you like?
Which one you want?
That's the one.
Time we playing? I don't know what time can you get here. I know.
They're all there at the tailgates.
We have them all with the spicy chicken sandwich
It's
bowl.
the spicy chicken sandwich bowl.
Get the internet going.
Different kind of spice,
That
right?
guy's making me hungry.
Right? Because here it would be different spice than it would be in Texas, than it would be down in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Yeah.
you know,
But we have those flavors in here.
It's
You know,
the El Pinto Palace Bowl. We
Oh,
man.
remember that? JJ's
now
still angry.
that's good. You got to keep that in the back burner
JJ's
somewhere.
still angry on the El Pinto Palace thing. That was so good.
Ever since then, I realized this community can get nothing done.
I couldn't believe you were all in. And I thought you were in on the.
I was not.
on the joke, and then well, no, I realized that a few minutes in. I'm like,
Like,
oh
wait a
man,
second,
this is
JJ
going to be even
doesn't know
more
what's
fun.
going on.
It was. I remember Jim Garcia came in, and we had the whole thing going, and yeah. And everybody was all fired up. Bro, we're going to get a new arena, and it's going to be the El Pinto Palace.
Who's the mastermind behind that?
I don't honestly know. It might have been
Oh.
Frisch.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. That was a day or two ago. JJ can't even remember the code to get in. How's he supposed to remember who that was?
Yeah. so glad we came up together in the elevator
I
this
am
morning.
too. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Going to be another problem. Hoser not answering his phone.
Yeah, you don't even answer your phone.
So
anymore.
busy.
Got an email from Rudy. He says, Jeff, don't listen to the naysayers. You know I don't. Well, I hear them, but I don't listen. What was that line from White Men Can't Jump? He says, you might be able to listen.
Oh, but you're not hearing.
Yeah.
You can listen, but
you
you
listen
don't
to Jimi
hear.
Hendrix, but you don't hear
That's
Jimmy.
right.
You don't hear Jimmy. I
Gotta
can hear
hear.
Jimmy. I can hear. No, you can't hear Jimmy. Yeah. Right? That movie's awesome, man. He says, don't listen to the naysayers. The bowl game has put Albuquerque on the map. Only 30 or so cities host a bowl game. I have friends all over the country who watch the game every year and look forward to kicking off bowl season with this game. We have nothing to justify and everything to praise. I have never a question of my decision to be a board member, and I cherish all 14 games I've been able to attend with my family and friends. It's a fantastic event. Thank you. I think I just did the numbers, and I'm gonna redo them. I hear there's a lot of bowl games. How many states do you think have a bowl game, Hoser? How many states?
13.
16 states have a bowl game.
Close.
We're one of them. And I counted 29 communities. I'm going to have to go back. I'm counting the Metroplex as one. Dallas, Fort Worth, Frisco is one, right? Did I miss something? No. But, like New Orleans has two, and, there's Orlando and Tampa have a couple. And I counted 29 metropolitan areas. It's a pretty exclusive group, man. Pretty exclusive.
Brax Candy Corn Bowl.
You like that one?
Yes.
You know how my love for candy corn. Is it Brox or Brax?
Brax.
Is it Brax?
Brax. Is it
The
Brax?
candy that you always pull.
Yeah. I
You
remember.
pull one out of the bin. Do they still? I haven't seen one of those at a store in a long time. Like bulk candy, wrapped bulk candy. Now you can get.
I'm sure
bulk
they're out.
everywhere.
This is the time of year for those.
But okay, so
For the candy corn, or what? Are you
the
referring
candy
to?
corn, like bulk candy corn. You just scoop it into a bag and pay by the pound.
Holy smokes.
Like the gummy worms at Whole Foods or at Sprouts. Like, Dad, can I get some gummy worms? Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I love about Sprouts. You go there thinking, hey, I'm shopping healthy. And they live with a 2-pound bag of candy. And you're like, what just happened?
Oh, but I got my oranges and my yogurts and my
everything in
bananas.
balance.
You're like, I loaded up, got the veggies, going to cook up this chicken.
On the ice
Oh, they sell runts by the pound?
Ice cream
Hell
was on
yeah.
sale. Look at that! I couldn't pass up the ice cream. It was and it was that really good flavor.
Yeah.
And they got the kind with the
No
cookies and the
sugar.
crunch.
No
and
added
time.
sugar.
No
Go to
added
Sprouts. You're
sugar.
like, oh, I'm feeling good. And then you're like, wait, I just bought 1.5 pounds of runts. What did I do?
But you bought the broccoli. And I got some kale.
Hey, everything in balance, folks.
I know.
Like,
Little
this seems
healthy,
like a good deal.
little not
$5.99 a
healthy.
pound. All right.
It's all natural.
Actually, that's pretty expensive.
I bought the almonds, the chocolate covered almonds.
Yeah.
I got the pretzels. They're
Almonds are good.
covered in chocolate.
Chocolate covered almonds?
Almond milk.
Yeah, they're really good. Chocolate covered almonds and oh yeah. Do you like the white yogurt covered almonds? I like those a lot.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think I had those.
Yeah, those are so much better than candy corn. This is candy corn season though.
Oh, it is. Indeed.
I might, if
They
I
have the
run across
colors.
some, that and I meant to buy those diapers the other day. I was at Costco too, and I forgot to buy that diapers. I owe him some diapers.
Those never go
Pretty
on
soon it's
sale.
going to be Gildans for that kid by the
Oh,
time
yeah.
I pay up.
The diaper bowl when it becomes the diaper
Oh,
bowl. Then you can give one.
how about that one? How about that one?
Fresh
Yeah,
and
look
good
at that.
Loves bowl. The loves bowl.
Hey, Monica just picked up the new media backdrop. It's real. We got let's see.
TikTok, baby. What, 1 o'clock? right?
The pull-up banner. They had an issue with the printer, so it might be that might be ready by noon. But the new
Uh-oh.
media backdrop's ready.
Okay.
You know the stepladder behind us with the new logo?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's ready.
Nice.
I just saw the banner. I can't show you because the TV's there. Pero I just saw.
You can show me. I don't have a camera.
See, it goes that way. There it is. See, it's right there. Look at it's all nice. And it's on
Ooh, I
a
like
yellow
it.
background.
Yeah.
Ooh, you like that? Huh?
It's
It-
funny.
Very nice.
Everyone around here is asking me, and I'm just like, it's the
well,
Wiener Schnitzel Bowl.
it's the-
like Gladberger's
It's
Bowl.
the all-sub burrito bowl. Well, Pat Allen wants to do an interview, and I'm like, what am I supposed to tell you, man?
Just general stuff, he said.
Just general stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
it's
I'm
good.
saying.
It's very good to have a partner that
Bowl games are good for the community.
Yep.
Student athletes benefit from bowl games.
Go out and have fun. Bring your flask. Oh wait, what? I didn't say it. That wasn't me.
The flask bowl.
I know. All right, you got Nationals tonight. I got the Nationals tonight. You got the Brewers tonight.
Yes.
J-Po?
Don't watch baseball.
I eat all slip burritos.
Like, I'm not-
I don't want to know what's in them, and I don't watch
Champions
baseball.
League. There we go. Champions League.
Oh, is that a thing today?
Yeah, Champions League action today.
Who plays today?
Woo. You got Juventus in action. You got Man
Oh,
City,
Juventus.
Bayern Munich, Tottenham Hotspur. This will be a really good game this afternoon.
All right.
1 o'clock.
Thanks to
Or
Doug
you're
Martin.
now.
He's New Mexico State's football coach. He was with us today. Clint Overby is the vice president of ESPN events. He also was with us. The Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show will follow that. The Sports Bar is this afternoon at 3, and we will be back tomorrow morning with more award-winning radio for you in your ear and in your eyes on ProView
30.
and at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal beginning at 7 a.m. You guys in? You coming back tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow.
J-Po, you in tomorrow? What's up, Jason?
20.
All right, go out and be good to each other. Enjoy this beautiful first day of October. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Smell you tomorrow.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you. We're with you on the tarmac or terrain. In the 2019 RAV4 Adventure, Limited, and Hybrid models. We're with you in